I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello everybody and welcome to Mom Can't Cook, a DCOM podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Westaway.
And I'm the other host, Andy Farrington. Luke, what you just said reminded me of Gotham Man, issue 631.
Oh.
Do you remember that one? Where Gotham Man, he installed a new bird box in his garden because he was hoping to get sparrows, but unfortunately a large kestrel came in and killed them all.
Yes, that's right. It was awful.
It was sad, wasn't it?
Well, I remember that was actually the cover, wasn't it? That one was the kestrel standing over the corpses of all the other birds. And then every page after that was Gotham Man taking out his grief on his friends and family, but not telling them what it was really about. So, for example, he would go round to his sister's house, Gotham Girl, and he was she cooked dinner and he was just mean about it. He was snippy all night.
Yeah, unnecessarily mean, because she'd worked quite hard on that. It was a recipe. Yeah. I think it was a Nigella recipe.
And Gotham Man's her brother.
Saved.
Exactly. So she said, like, what's this really about, Gotham Man?
Yeah, and he said, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's not
about anything.
She said, did a kestrel kill all the sparrows in your garden?
No! What happened was you don't know how to saute a salmon, and that's all there is to it. That's going to bed.
I think Nigella Lawson uses too much heavy cream in her recipes. There, I said it.
I said it.
Been holding it in.
It's not for me. Did I enjoy dinner? Yes. Was it the best dinner I've ever had? No. I'm sorry that I can't say that. I'm going to bed.
It would be dishonest of me to say I haven't had better salmon, because I have.
I have.
I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to lie? I'll lie if it's important to you.
I'll lie. I had better salmon yesterday.
What's even worse is the kestrel isn't a bird, it's a man in a costume. Gotham Man's enemy.
It's Gotham Man's nemesis.
And he came round and he just kicked the birdhouse really hard and it shattered and all the birds died.
I have to say, I can't think of anything that the Joker has ever done that would be more shocking to me than if he just went up to like a little birdhouse and just hit it so hard all the birds died.
Kicked it hard with one of his long Joker legs.
Yeah. Batman. Joker. These birds did nothing to you.
He'll probably do it in the new Joaquin Phoenix movie, though, because it's all gritty, isn't it? He'll be on the New York subway and there'll be like a man sat opposite with a bird in a cage that's like a symbolic or something. And then he'll go, take this.
The bird in the cage represents mental health.
Emulate me, incels. And then he'll do a big kick. Yeah, so as you can tell...
famous catchphrase. Emulate me, incels.
So as you can tell, we're talking about Life is Rough.
Well, I think what we're doing is trying not to talk about Life is Rough.
Yeah, they do this a lot in the film. They talk about a superhero called Gotham Man.
Yeah, we probably should have found a way to work that fact in to the top of this bit.
True, people have stopped listening by now.
Gotham Man is from Life is Rough.
Gotham Man is from the movie that we're doing, Life is Rough.
Yeah. So
or
Gotham
should I
Man
say movie is rough?
Oh man, hey. Is movie rough? Is movie? It's all right. It's fine. It's a 6.
Fine.
It's a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's from 2005.
Yeah, that's another thing about it.
It's all right. Come on, all right. Disney, hype it up.
Come on,
for us,
Disney, hype it up.
Do a better job than we are.
Tonight, Calvin Wheeler thought he had all the friends he needed until a plan to get what he wants
I thought maybe adopting a dog would be good for me.
You're not serious.
puts him nose to nose with his new best friend.
First prize is $5,000.
You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
You and Tiger have to compete.
What do you say, boy?
Watch the Disney Channel original movie that gives a crash course in friendship, starring That's So Raven's Kyle Massey and featuring Kay Panabaker. Life is Rough, tonight at 8/7 Central on Disney Channel.
I have absolutely nothing that I want to say about this one before we begin. Andy, do you?
Well, okay, it's another dog film.
Yeah.
There are a few of these dog decoms that we've had already.
Yeah.
And it hits a lot of the same beats. Dogs are destructive.
Yes.
Dogs are destructive. Dogs are smelly.
Yeah.
Dogs do big
Yes, they do. They do non-stop ownings of the humans in their lives.
What this film has is, rather than a series of dog ownings, it has a few small dog ownings.
Yeah.
But what it has more than the other dog films is a series of rap songs which are rapped from the perspective of a dog.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Which I enjoy.
How many of them do you think is acceptable to have in a film? The answer, of course, is 0.
Is 0. If pushed by studio executives, 1, but sort of begrudgingly over the end credits.
Exactly. I'll be like, okay, fine, for Sing 5 or whatever. Yeah. Sure. If you must. Yeah.
Do you think the Addams Family wanted MC Hammer coming in and doing a rap about the Addams Family? No. But the studio insisted. They were like, we need the star power of Hammer.
Yeah.
We need the star power of Hammer to come in and rap about the Addams Family.
And you know what? Taking the long view, maybe they were right to do it because it's your favourite film, Andy.
It's my favourite song. I think they say it's my favourite song.
It's your...
They do what they want to do, say what they want to say.
It's a song in your favourite film, so it must by extension be your favourite song.
It's my favourite film is the second Addams Family film, Addams Family Values.
Oh, wait, is that not the one with MC Hammer in it?
No, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the first one.
Oh, I'm sure there's a...
A-D-D-A-M-S, the Addams Family, oh, yes, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. In the second one, I think it's, whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there the Addams Family.
Yeah, whoop, Addams Family, yeah, it is. Yeah,
My point is, do you
think what is your point?
Do you think they wanted those raps in there? No. They were inserted by a meddling studio.
Do you think Will Smith wanted to do a rap for Wild Wild West? For Men in Black? No.
Yes, I think that was that's the reason the film exists. That's the thing he wanted to do.
I don't think he wanted to do it at all.
The film is a 2-hour music video for his song.
I think moments before that was recorded, Will Smith was texted a photo of his dog being held at gunpoint.
by Jada Pinkett Smith. he was like, why do you keep doing these things, Jada?
Jada contains multitudes. Oh my god! We are not talking about
the last 5 minutes. Is if you have one rap song from the perspective of a dog over the credits, I can understand it. Yeah. If you have 5 at like 15-minute intervals throughout your film, you're doing it on purpose, and you should be stopped.
Yeah, we do.
Is what I'm saying.
You should. Okay, so should we get into the recap?
Yeah, let's talk about Life is Ruff, the dog film.
Let's do it. Okay, so we open on a cardboard sign. It's outside a store and it says free puppies. And we pan up to an adorable golden Labrador or something. I don't know. What flavour of dog is this?
It's yellow.
Yellow
dog.
It's a yellow dog. A little girl and her mother emerge from the shop and they see the puppies. She picks one up. It's super cute, but they're off and she leaves the golden one. Then we get a quick fire montage of more and more people picking up puppies from this box. It's like a magician's hat of samey black dogs.
Yeah, every other puppy in there is black, and just this one golden dog is being overlooked by every parent and child group that comes along. Oh, it's weird, isn't it, to have like a big box of dogs outside as like a 7-Eleven?
Yes. When I was young, I completely thought that this was
you were left in a box outside a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and it never did me any harm. Because I grew up watching like Oliver and Company and stuff, I'm familiar with this trope of just a great big cardboard box full of dogs. But what I don't understand is who puts the box there?
Yeah. And does the shop know about it?
I don't think so. In a minute, the shop is going to have huge disinterest towards this box full of puppies.
Yeah.
But like, if it was a cardboard box full of like day-old puppies, like, you know, where they're sort of pink and hairless, like little sort of like larvae kind of dogs. If it was like that, I'd be like, okay, well, I guess the thing is that a dog gave birth to puppies and someone doesn't want them anymore.
Into a box and then ran away.
Yeah, into a box and then ran away. But in what situation, I don't know. Maybe it's happening all the time, but I've certainly never seen it. I've never seen a box of free puppies.
I think someone should, call the police or animal control.
If I saw a box of free puppies, I wouldn't take one. That's bonkers.
I know.
There's no paperwork.
It's like the impulse candy rack by the till. You're like, I'll get some window washing fluids, a pint of milk. Oh, I'll pick up one of these dogs while I'm at it.
No, it would
Just
be more
up a lifelong commitment.
It would be more like if you paid for your petrol, left the petrol station, and then outside there was just a big box of like opened candy and was like, you want a chocolate? Well, and you were like, definitely.
Opened candy that you have to sort of feed and walk for the next 7 to 15 years.
And that will do big shits.
Okay, well, let me change the calculus a little here, Luke. Okay, what if you left the store and you saw a box and it was full of human babies? What then?
Well, then...
Would you call the police then, Luke?
Then, to be fair, I would take them and call the police. I wouldn't leave them on the side. Yeah, so it's possible that what everyone's doing when they take one of these dogs
is taking it individually to animal control and saying this dog has been abandoned.
This dog has been abandoned. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh yeah, also there are about 8 more, but I felt like I could only carry 1.
I can only carry 1. Yeah, I'm quite weak. I haven't eaten the candy I bought yet for the quick energy. I just think it's a weird thing. It's weird to have a box full of puppies.
But it's such a familiar trope, right, that you don't even think about it when you see a cardboard box full of puppies.
I don't know. I thought quite hard about it.
I mean, I'm thinking about it now, but I've never thought about it this hard before.
Yeah.
But how does this happen?
Anyway, the point is that all these dogs are being taken except the golden one.
Yes.
And finally, the final black puppy is taken. Good luck, little guy, says the boy taking the puppy. He's like, wow, this one's done for. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And then it starts like thundering and raining.
Well, this is the bit that I thought was really surprising because we can see someone shutting up the shop, and outside their shop, it started pouring rain, and this cardboard box with 1 dog in it just starts to like fill up with water. The cardboard's disintegrating. The little puppy's like... It's unbelievably sad. And the idea that you'd just be like, well, time to close the register at the 7-Eleven and walk past this drowning
dog. Maybe that box won't be here in the morning. Probably come back. I hope not.
That's what happens in Oliver and Company too. Is there a rule that if you put down a box full of cats or dogs, or cats and dogs, the last one has to be rained on and fall into a storm drain or something?
Well, what could be sadder? Right?
Well, what could be sadder? So why is this happening in society? Why are we allowing the saddest thing?
In society. It only happens in films.
Okay, fine.
So the box tips over and the puppy runs out into the rainy night.
Yes.
1 year later, says the text on screen. And we see the dog is now a fully grown 4 or 5 year old adult dog.
It's been in like the hyperbolic time chamber.
It's enormous. It's been training with Vegeta in the hyperbolic time chamber.
We see a very mean dog. It's being covered in water by an angry man. These are mean dogs. It's like in a gang of mean dogs from the wrong side of the tracks. He has joined a gang. That's honestly that's what's happened. There's a bunch of mean dogs.
The dog walks over to a dumpster and starts going through it for food. And finds a bone, which it drops for its mangy friend. So this dog, even though it's in a gang, it has a heart of gold.
Because the bone comes from a dumpster, it's hard not to think that it's human remains.
Yes, it's absolutely human remains. A van screeches up. It's a dog catcher. Look at the size of that one, says the dog catcher excitedly.
As if they get paid by the pound. Well, I mean, okay, they do get paid by the pound.
Yeah, the dog pound.
But you know what I mean? As if they get paid by as if they're on commission, like the dog gets weighed when they bring it in. It's like,
they're like, hey, whoa, it's like the fishing minigame in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
whoa, it's a real lunker.
Yeah, you brought home a Beethoven. Drinks on you, am I right?
Yeah, so he starts chasing. There he goes. Call for backup now, he says. I've written, did dog catchers get backup?
I mean, I can imagine that it's possible that they do, but I don't think that they should. Because if your whole job is to catch dogs, and there's 2 of you and 1 dog, and you can't catch it, I think you have to take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror.
You have to take the L and move on.
If 2 people can't catch 1 dog, this dog pound model isn't sustainable. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, this can't...
Take the L, move on.
Take the L and move on. So the dog runs to a sort of fate on the sidewalk, a kind of bric-a-brac, bring and buy sale.
It's a farmer's market.
A farmer's market, okay.
But it has a lot of used clothes stalls and stuff like that.
Yeah, they could be growing those.
They're on the dog catcher radio.
Yeah.
They're like, all units converge on the corner of Euclid and Elm. We have a 511 in progress. Okay, question. Does the writer of this film think the dog catchers are like the police for dogs?
I think it's the police for dogs. Well, they are the police for dogs.
Yeah, but they don't have a police radio band and backup and...
No, they do. Why do you think bad dogs have one of those radios in their car so that they can tell?
Yes, they can listen to the chatter.
Yeah, I mean, these dogs will probably have memorised the average response time for the pound before
so they'll know where they can hit the juiciest bones.
Exactly. Before they
get away with them.
Before they steal a bone. They remove their president masks, taking a rifle out the boot.
There's a dog with a Richard Nixon mask just repels across to the Juicy Bone store. Starts a timer. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah. There's a dog waiting out in the van, go, come on.
So the dog leads them into this farmer's market. The dog catchers are chasing, but they seem to be mostly sort of just launching themselves through tables and taking huge back bumps onto produce stalls and things like that. It's very slapstick.
It's like their tactic is, I know what will make this dog stop in its tracks, seeing a human die in of like, smashing through a table.
Break his spine in a farmer's market.
Like the dog will turn around and go, whoa, that's messed up.
Whoa, okay,
and
it's gone way too far.
The noose will be slipped around it. Anyway, at some point in the middle of this, one of the dog catchers grabs a woman by the shoulders and goes at her.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. The dog crashes through a table covered in jars and jars of honey. So the store that the cardboard box full of puppies was outside had a big sign saying honey, like it was a honey shop. And now there's a big stand full of honey. This is a honey town.
This is honey country. We don't take kindly to your kind here in honey country.
Dog's the enemy of honey.
The dog runs into a vintage clothing stall and comes out fully dressed in a shirt, hat and tutu.
Yeah, which, is funny.
That's pretty funny. But then it gets distracted by a girl's lollipop, which it starts licking, and it is easily captured.
Yes. So they get the dog, they lock the dog up in the van, and we cut to a boy in his bedroom.
Yeah.
He's got some kind of extreme sports helmet on. His room is full of comic book posters. We see on the wall that there are just 2 comics left for him to get in his collection. He's got rows and rows of comic books and 2 empty spots.
This is Calvin Wheeler. His walls are covered with posters for various superheroes, top-tier characters such as Magic Bullet, Scarlet Scorpion, and, of course, Pirate Club.
Is Pirate Club a gang of pirates, or is it one individual pirate?
One guy
called Pirate Club.
Pirate Club. So he, as Luke says, he has on his wall framed 8 issues of a comic called Gotham Man. 2 frames are empty. Just 2 to go.
We're going to talk so much about Gotham Man, but can we just get out of the way how immediately annoying it is that it's Gotham Man? It's like it's such a first thought, fake superhero.
Also, I don't
Man.
think. You definitely couldn't call a superhero Gotham Man. Be like having a Superman-style character and calling him Mr. Metropolis.
You have to remember, though, this is 2005 when DC's fortunes are so low.
So low.
Disney can just punch down at Marvel and DC with impunity at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, please DC? Sue us, DC. We would love that. We'll crush you in court.
Gotham Man is such a stupid name for a superhero. It's like, so Gotham is a nickname for New York, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, New York Man.
Yeah.
Okay, what does he do? Does he work at JP Morgan? Or
He just loves New York.
It's just a guy who lives in New York.
Well, it would be like calling Daredevil New York Man. Or Spider-Man New York Man. Or Batman Gotham Man. Yeah. It's like
it's kind of burying the lead.
Or super. What you don't call Superman Metropolis Man. You call him Superman because the main thing about him is that he's compared to other men.
Yeah, and then we find out that Gotham Man does have superpowers. So presumably, I feel like his name should in some way describe the amazing feats you'll see him do in his comic, not the town he lives in.
He possibly has superpowers of town planning, or maybe he can create a town with his mind whenever he needs to.
Maybe his powers are related to New York. He can generate egg creams from his hands.
He can generate an entire New York City.
Yep, he can enjoy an amusing piece by Simon Rich in the New Yorker.
He can fire Empire State Buildings out of his hands. But obviously he has to use that power unbelievably sparingly. So when he comes up against
the actual size of Empire State Building.
Yeah, when he comes up against a mugger, he's like, give that bag back or I'll fire the Empire State Building at you. And the mugger's like, I don't think you will.
Yeah.
It's like, well, call my bluff, will you?
It'll kill us both and quite a lot of people in the neighbourhood.
I'm sorry, Gotham Man, but I just don't think you will.
I just don't think you're going to do it, Gotham Man.
Well,
in the wallet. There's $30 in this wallet. You'll cause millions in property damage if you fire the Empire State Building out of your hand at me.
And mine will be the last crime you stop because you will die.
He can fire the Empire State Building out of his hand, but he can only do it once.
Yeah.
Ever.
But with this, he holds the world to ransom.
It pulls the real Empire State Building out of its current location through a portal and out of his hand.
Yeah, wherever the Empire State Building... So every time he does it, the same Empire State Building gets fired out. And it's just
everyone who works in the Empire State Building is
fired out.
Tumbling around like Inception. They're all the room is spinning.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he can turn into to the Statue of Liberty?
That's good.
But it hurts.
Oh, it's agony.
It hurts to do it.
And also, it probably has the same problem that it would destroy a city block. Because unless he was standing dead straight.
Yeah.
Because if he was leaning even slightly, he would turn into the Statue of Liberty and then fall on his side.
Fall sideways and crush a building.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, crushing hundreds. Yeah.
I don't know what other powers he could have. If
New York based, I don't know.
Like, otherwise you would name him after his powers. But the fact that they're so tied to New York, to Gotham, they must be New York themed.
I wonder if we don't learn much about the fictional universe that Gotham Man inhabits, but I wonder if it's possible that this world is full of superheroes and supervillains, but for whatever reason, the city of Gotham just hasn't had many.
Yeah.
So, like, the most standout feature of Gotham Man is that he's from Gotham. It's like, yes, he has superpowers, but the main thing to know about him is that he's from Gotham, and that's so unusual. He's the only hero in Gotham.
Maybe this universe, superheroes are like franchises, like sports teams.
Yeah.
So is like, the Portland Trailblazers or the New York Knicks or something. He's the New York superhero, so he's Gotham Man. Trade franchises around different cities. So it's like, that would make sense.
Or maybe it's like one of those sci-fi premises where it's like, in this far-flung future, there are no men left. Like, men aren't being born, so there's like a population crisis. But here's Gotham Man. He's Gotham Man. And then just as a sidebar, he can shoot lasers and Empire State Buildings.
Yeah, he's got a jetpack also.
Yeah. He's got a pretty fast car.
It's unrelated, but he does have a fast car.
Yeah, he's got that male entitlement that makes him feel like he can fight crime.
He's like, I could take a set off Serena Williams at tennis.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon I could solve a crime.
Yeah,
if I put my mind to it, I could solve 1 or 2 crimes a night.
And I could drive there fast and solve it before anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
In my car. So Gotham Man, pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I think maybe it is just like a lack of imagination on the creator, because we later find out that Gotham Man's arch enemy is called No Name Man or something.
Yeah,
he's called like Mr. No Name.
He doesn't have a name.
The nameless one.
I think a nameless villain is quite a hard thing to stick with in a comic because, like something that's so heavily text based. Anyway, that covers the first 45 seconds of Life is Rough.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. All right.
No,
yeah, so he's in his bedroom. He goes downstairs. His mum and dad have prepared a full breakfast for him. He grabs a banana off it, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Trash goes out this morning, Calvin, says Dad. It's covered, says Calvin. His phone rings. It's a boy called Figg. I'm going to be a couple of minutes late, says Calvin. Adjust my schedule accordingly.
On the way out, he passes his friends Leonard and Thrasher.
Like... One of those two needs to change their name so they are consistent in their naming. Yeah. You need like Smasher and Thrasher or Leonard and Melvin.
Yeah,
you can't have like one nerd boy name and one like Streets of Rage.
It'd be like if Bebop and Rocksteady were called like Bebop and Roland.
Bebop and Clive.
Bebop and Clive.
It's like you can't have a Final Fight enemy name and a chartered accountant name.
Yes, exactly.
Sort your gang out.
Yeah. Anyway, Leonard and Thrasher are there to take out the trash for Calvin.
Yes, he hooks them up with tickets to see a band called Mud Bucket.
Yes.
So he has outsourced his chore to these boys.
We're getting the impression that Calvin is something of a wheeler dealer. Mm-hmm. He's always looking for shortcuts. He's always looking for like nifty ways of getting out of trouble and avoiding having to do chores.
We cut to Bedford Junior High School. Calvin skates up. He's slapping hands with everyone. He dismounts his skateboard and he touches base with his PA, a small boy named Figg, who runs down his schedule for the day.
What's the word, Figg?
You've got a pop quiz coming up in 5th period. Also, they mailed out third quarter report cards yesterday, so heads up at home.
Got it.
And you still need a date for the spring dance. I've compiled the dossier from the top contenders and scheduled interviews for lunch period.
What's up, man? What's going on? Pretty simple day.
So we cut right to the dance interviews.
Yes, the girls are all lined up. They're presenting their headshots and credentials.
Yeah.
Calvin is going over one girl's resume. He says, "This is all very impressive, but I have one question for you. What is the name of Gotham Man's arch enemy? This girl, Julie, she's none the wiser."
Exactly. I'm sorry, she says. Gotham Man, Proton Comics, created by Stuart Bickford in 1947. Calvin and Figg sort of drop these hints, but Julie looks blank.
Yep.
Possibly thinking he must mean Batman, surely.
Yeah, he surely means Batman. Incidentally, Batman debuted in 1939, so I feel like this comic, if it hasn't been sued out of existence already.
Yeah.
Surely it's just pending litigation.
Exactly. So she stammers, but she does not know the name of the archenemy. Calvin presses her and she gets it wrong. She guesses Charlie, which is actually a better name than no name or whatever. Calvin shakes his head in pure disgust at Julie's ignorance. We see another girl observing this whole situation, also disgusted with Julie's poor performance. She's kind of wallflowering over in the corner, observing.
She
the
walks
scene.
up and starts handing out posters that say support the local animal shelter. The shelter's in desperate need of renovations and volunteers. Her name is Emily. She is played by the younger sister of Danielle Panabaker from Suck in the Suburbs. Kay Panabaker is her name, but in this she's playing Emily Watson. I'll take a flyer, says Calvin, and then he takes one and then he writes a list of the comics he needs Figg to pick up for him on the back of it. A brutal disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not paying attention to the animal shelter flyer because he's selfish.
Well, she says, thanks loads, Calvin, and that's a trick question. Gotham Man's archenemy has no name, she says triumphantly.
Yeah, so there we go.
I've written, sounds bad.
Yeah, I've written... Seems like lazy writing because the Joker has a name.
Yeah, he's got several.
It's Joker.
It's Joker.
So we cut to the animal shelter where Emily is meeting the dog from before, the one who it took like 17 men to bring down.
Emulate me, incels. His famous catchphrase. Yeah,
Emily meets the dog from before. She calls him Tycho. Emily's warned by her manager about naming these animals because, of course, almost all of them will be incinerated.
Emily, what did I say about naming the animals? It just makes it harder when I have to messily euthanize them with a captive bolt gun. But I've been working with training him. He's very sweet, and I taught him a trick. Yep. She says. We see the trick. It is violently attacking the man.
Yeah. The trick is savaging her manager's groin and testicles. Which, to be fair,
it's quite a good trick. As long as it's not happening to you.
Yeah. That wasn't the trick, protests Emily as his testicles are shredded. We cut to a comic book store. Calvin and Figg are there. It's my dream to get Gotham Man #1, says Calvin.
Yeah, the Dark Dragon Chronicles represent the pinnacle of the Gotham Man legacy, says Figg.
What? The Dark Dragon Chronicles?
Yeah,
the Gotham Man legacy? What do you mean? What does
we
this
get
mean?
little hints of Gotham Man lore in this, and none of it makes any sense. So there is definitely a dragon involved.
I mean, I will never say no to a dragon. Fine.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I can't say this with any degree of certainty because Batman's been going for like 100 years and has done every stupid thing ever. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Batman has never fought a literal dragon. Are you Googling if Batman's ever fought a literal dragon?
In Batman Batman Volume 3, Annual 4, Batman defeats his 3 dragons.
What? All right, I take it back. This is extremely well observed. Batman fought 3 dragons.
The funniest possible answer to has Batman beaten a dragon is Batman has actually defeated 3 dragons.
Defeated 3 dragons? What, did he punch them?
Okay, I'm now looking at a picture of Batman like flying towards a dragon holding a sword like Excalibur.
Well, okay, fine. If he's going to use a sword.
Batman discovered that a 16th century wizard monk placed a spell on the city.
Alfred, bad news. I've discovered that a 16th century wizard monk has put a spell on the city. Oh, no, sir. Oh, that's terrible news, Miss Master Bruce.
Oh, my God. Okay, so Batman jumps towards the dragon and slams its sword into its neck and then slides all the way down its body like a pirate going down a sail.
Well, what happened to his no-killing rule? To not count on dragons?
It doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. Well, the dragon still has a pulse when Batman leaves the scene. Whoa! This dragon, he cuts its head all the way off.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Guy, oh man, I so want this to be made into a movie. I need to see Batman go to Alfred and be like, Alfred, a 16th century wizard monk has cast a spell on the city.
Yes, Master Bruce, that would explain the dragons.
I'm going to go out there now, Alfred, and cut off their heads and slice them up with my sword.
But Master Bruce, what about your no-killing rule, Master Bruce?
But look at my cool sword, Alfred.
Bloody hell, Master Bruce.
Oh, bloody hell.
Moxley, what are you doing?
Moxley, get out of the Batcave. I'll get out of here, Batman. But first, let me see you move. They both start doing the Batusi. Okay, that's minute 2 of Life is Rough. Jesus Christ, Luke.
We're in big trouble. We've been going for half an hour.
We're in so much trouble.
Okay.
Some older boys turn up in a golf cart. We need to talk, man, says the lead youth. His name is Rondell.
Yes.
They go into Rondell's mum's hairdressing shop. It's a salon.
He is with the basketball team. He is also a member of the basketball team. It's the Wildcats, but not those ones from High School Musical. Mm-hmm. They head into this barbershop and they have a job for Calvin.
Yes, they have a problem. Westlake, the team that they're playing, have somehow got a hold of their playbook. They're going to know all of our schemes. In the background of this shot, Figg is, I think, flirting with Rondell's elderly mother. Not sure why that is in this film.
Figg was just ad-libbing.
But that's happening. I might be able to help, says Calvin.
He nods wisely.
What are you thinking, says Figg. The game starts in a few hours. And Calvin says, I'm thinking Gotham Man number 43. Now, I really don't want to derail the podcast anymore, but okay, so he needs 10 issues of Gotham Man?
Yeah.
But one of the issues he needs is issue number 43.
Well, he's got 2 spaces on his wall.
Yeah, one of them he's like, oh, the last one I need is number 1.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, so he's collecting a 10 issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Series?
Imagine a grid of 10 boxes, and the leftmost 2 are empty. You would assume that those are 1 and 2, would you not? Right.
No, the second slot is for number 43. And the final slot is for number 1.
Well, maybe he knows someone who has number 2 but desperately needs... Maybe he's got dupes of 43.
Yeah, that would
be part of a bigger trading chain.
Okay.
So
right, fine.
Figg is like, how could this possibly be done? And he says, you know Simon Gimple? Sure, he goes to Westlake. Yes, well, he's also the basketball team equipment manager, says Calvin, hatching a scheme.
Yeah.
We cut to Simon Gimple. He's in a diner. He's getting a call on a cell phone that is hidden in a napkin box.
Yeah, a secret cell phone going off in some napkins. Did you bring it, says Calvin. He sort of stood removed from the diner by a tree in the shadows, watching Simon through the window.
He's about 10 feet behind Simon.
Like the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah. So anyway, that's in play. We cut to the basketball game. Before the game starts, we see that there is a little dog here called Jacques, who is owned by a nerd called Preston.
Yes, it's the pre-game entertainment is being provided by Preston Price and his wonder dog Jacques.
Yes, Preston is dressed very, very preppy. Mm-hmm. He says, I hope that Jacques' performance will inspire you all to be champions. Mm-hmm. And then Jacques does some dainty leaps through some hoops. God knows why this is happening before a basketball game.
It's unclear if he's been officially invited. The players are still sort of milling around on the court.
Yeah.
His dog is sort of trying to perform around them, and he's like, please stay away from my dog.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of not paying attention and bored.
Exactly. Cut back to the diner, though, and it becomes clear that Calvin is doing some kind of devious deal to get hold of the Westlake playbook. You said you were going to get me something cool for this, says Simon Gimple on his cell phone.
Something high-tech, he says, which I think is disconcertingly vague.
Yeah, exactly. Calvin says, oh, you want something high-tech? The cell phone you're talking on now, it's a brand new Ranyo SCH 600. That cell phone doesn't even come out in the US until next year, and it probably won't get approval, I've written, because it flashes like police lights.
The keyboard of this phone is RGBing like crazy.
Yeah, it's extremely distracting.
Yeah. It's a genuine Ranyo, though.
A genuine Ranyo. I mean, yeah, a year before. If it won't come out in the US for a year, it probably won't work in the US because it has to be. So, it doesn't matter.
Do we take it at face value that this is an impressive rare cell phone, or is he lying in this scene? Because they never sort of reveal if that's real or not.
I think we take it as read that it is real because I think it's supposed to be a kind of stand-in for Samsung. It's the Samsung naming convention, SCH 600. It's very similar to how Samsung named their phones at around this time. Ranyo,
but also,
is
how did he
up.
get hold of a Samsung phone that is now for another year?
I don't know. You could equally ask, why did Calvin get mud bucket tickets so that Thrasher and Leonard would take out the trash for him instead of just taking out the trash? Getting the tickets is so much more work.
So much more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
This phone must be like a $700-800 phone.
Exactly. And he's doing it all it's like, well, yeah, obviously I'll give you my school's playbook for a $700 import-only Ranyo.
Yeah, here's what I would do. I would take that $700 and use it to buy Gotham Man number 43.
Yeah, right.
Go to the end of the fetch quest straight away.
Exactly. But Calvin never does this.
Yeah.
I
tell you what, I'll give you 6,000 rupees for the Bigoron sword. I just won't do any of that other stuff.
Dang.
All right, deal.
Yeah, Goron's like, dang.
Yeah. All right. So back at Marvelous Pete's Wonder Dog or whatever.
Yeah.
The dog is now skateboarding. The point of the previous scene is Calvin now has the Westlake playbook. The boy put the playbook into some newspapers, and then while he was distracted, Calvin went in and took it. I don't know why this whole interaction had to be clandestine.
I don't know.
Like he could have just walked in and said, he knows it's Calvin. They both know what they're doing.
It's because if Simon Gimple was seen by Westlake giving away the playbook, he would be killed by the Vikings, their basketball team.
Sure, by some Vikings.
And they would take his Ranyo.
Yeah, they would take his precious Ranyo, which is, I mean, he won't be able to hide now he's got the Ranyo. They couldn't see him from 6 miles away.
You can see him from
just
space.
strobing into the sky like an orbital concert.
So yeah.
So Preston is still performing.
Calvin is nowhere to be seen, and the basketball team, who are getting fretful, make it clear to Figg that if Calvin doesn't come through, they're going to kill him. Panicked, he takes a big huff on his inhaler, which is how the film tells us that Figg has asthma, which is going to be an important plot point later.
Yeah.
But moments later, down the corridor comes skateboarding Calvin. He's got the playbook in his hand, and the team is delighted.
Yeah, Figg was getting worried. He said it was just like issue 511 of Gotham Man when the Nameless One stole the blueprints from the Gotham Cave. They're not even trying with the Gotham Cave.
Stole the blueprints.
The blueprints from the Gotham Cave. DC's lawyers are like, sorry, you're Gotham Man, he lives in a cave, you say?
He lives in a cave. Yes, a cave full of blueprints. The blueprints for the Gotham Cave. Oh no, now the Nameless Man can build his own Gotham Cave.
He could build his own cave? What kind of blueprints do you need for a cave? It's a hole and some rock.
Yeah, that's what it says on the blueprints. Find a cave.
Find a cave, move into it, live in it.
Yeah.
DC's lawyers are like, not many superheroes live in caves. It's quite a unique feature of Batman.
Yeah. And Eisner's like cracking his knuckles like, I hoped you'd say that.
Sicken boys.
Yeah.
So he hands over the Westlake playbook. I can't believe you pulled this off. Rich, pay the man, says Rondell. A Mylar bagged copy of Gotham Man issue number 2 is revealed.
Yeah.
So wait. Yeah, my notes say Gotham Man issue number 2.
Yeah, mine too.
But then beforehand he said Gotham Man issue number 43.
Yeah. Maybe this is the 43rd.
Did they realise it was a mistake? And of course the backspace key.
Yeah, it's not functional. Wait. Maybe this is the 43rd comic in his... Maybe he's collecting the 44 first Gotham Man comics. And so issue 2 is the 43rd that he needs.
Why would he say this whole thing will get me Gotham Man issue 43 and then they hand over Gotham Man issue number 2?
I don't know, Andy. It's upsetting me very much, but also it's 45 minutes and he doesn't have the dog
you're
yet.
Right. Okay,
he doesn't have that.
So basketball happens.
And you don't understand, Andy. He doesn't have the dog yet.
He doesn't have the dog yet. So basketball happens. The team are hooping all over. They win. Everyone dances and celebrates. Rondell, their leader, does a speech about how they couldn't have done it without a special fan. Preston thinks it's him because of his dog inspiration, but actually it's Calvin. Everyone celebrates him and Preston leaves mad.
Yes. So when Calvin gets home, his mum and dad are waiting up for him. They're ready to confront him with a bad report card because his grade point average has plummeted. This isn't just at school, his parents say. This is at home too. You're
doing just enough to get by, and not just at school, the trash as well. Calvin promises to talk to his trash servants.
Yeah, he says, did Leonard and Thrash miss the lawn trimmings? Furious. Ready to wail on Leonard and Thrash.
Parents say, you're missing the point. We want you to go to college and have a future, but it won't happen if you keep taking every shortcut you can.
So that's Calvin's arc. Stop taking shortcuts. Mm-hmm. He goes back to his room, which again is just full of Gotham Man stuff. Some of these images of Gotham Man have been sort of like reused, I think.
Yes.
Like they didn't make that many Gotham Man.
They certainly didn't make 10 Gotham Man covers. No.
Yeah. Calvin regards his collection with satisfaction. There is now only one Gotham Man left to go.
The fabled issue number 1.
I think if Gotham Man is this easy to get, it's probably not worth collecting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he's not spent that much money. This collection...
No, and people are just sort of finding these copies for him. Yeah. We do find out that Gotham Man number 1 is quite rare. In the next scene, in fact. So Figg runs up. He says, Long's Comics, Main Street, go! They skate away. And then we see them regarding a display case. In it is Gotham Man number 1. The price... $3,000. There are only 8 known copies in existence.
Okay, which just proves that this magazine probably isn't very good. There's eight in existence.
Well, it's possible they only printed 8 copies of it because they thought that's how many they'd sell. because it's rubbish.
There you go. But there's 8 in existence.
Yeah.
So, like, only 8, which drives up the value immensely. It's in mint condition, and yet it's retailing for just $3,000.
That's true.
When I went to New York Comic Con, I saw boxes of bubblegum from the 90s with a price tag that was, like, twice that. So, Gotham Man, I'm calling it's not worth collecting. It's like, it's Beanie Babies. The bottom is going to fall out of the Gotham Man collector's market.
Well, I think, the first Superman comic, right? Action Comics #1 is the most expensive comic ever sold, and it went for something like $6 million. So the kind of the gulf between that and the $3,000 they're asking for Gotham Man #1.
Yeah, it's like, it's so much money that it's a horrifying amount of money for a child to spend on a comic, but it's not so much money that you would then have like a collection you could be guaranteed was like a good investment.
Like your retirement, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
so we cut to school. Calvin. His net worth is being calculated by his PA Figg. He only has $144. He needs to raise $2,800. It's impossible, says Figg. What do we say about impossible? Says Calvin. Oh, okay. Expect the impossible, shouts Figg, striking a pose. I think we're to understand this is some kind of Gotham Man catchphrase.
I guess so. He raises his hands. You know that Usain Bolt pose? That Usain
doing
Bolt
like
does?
A bow and arrow.
Yeah, bow and arrow thing. He does that, and he stands up on a table while he does it. And Calvin says, "Get down," as if this isn't exactly what he wanted Figg to do. He's like, what do we say? That's right, Calvin. Expect the impossible. Don't actually do it, Figg.
You clown.
Yeah.
So we cut to Preston's fancy home.
Yes.
Jacques the dog sprints across the lawn and bites the speeding ankle of a skateboarding Calvin.
Not there, you doofus. Jacques and I need a full 100 feet for our training. Jacques! Allez! Get away from Jacques! Oh, Jacques, my precious. Did that bad boy hurt you?
Are you crazy? That little rat of yours attacked me.
This rat happens to be Jean-Jacques Saint-Germain des Dupree. He's an award-winning purebred terrier. We've won Royal Hound Dog Food's Top Dog Invitational 2 years in a row.
Congratulations. If I ever decide to give a flying whoop, I'll let you know.
Yeah? Well, whoop on this. First prize is $5,000.
Could you repeat that?
$5,000. We defend our title in 2 weeks at the Bedford Civic Center.
Is this the only dollar amount that Calvin has heard mentioned in the last few days? Because I feel like if someone had mentioned a lottery jackpot, the course of this whole movie could have been very different. Because they're like, we do this dog show, the prize is $5,000. And Calvin's like, $5,000? That would get me a comic. But it's like, how could you, what part of you could possibly think that this is the
best way of
if
doing
you turned your mind to how do I get $3,000?
Yeah.
This couldn't possibly be in.
Also, it annoys me that it's not $3,000.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. $5,000 is too big a prize for this dog show.
Yeah, it's like, I need $3,000. And like, hey kid, this dog show has a $3,000 prize. What an amazing coincidence. It's obviously meant to be. It's like, this is $5,000. I guess you'll have a spare $2,000.
Yeah, maybe might buy a few dupes of Gotham Man number 10.
Yeah, pick up a replica Gotham Meringue.
So the invitational finals are held once a year, and in order to qualify, you have to finish first in one top dog event.
Yeah.
No problem, says Calvin.
Figg continues that it's an event scored from 1 to 100. The owner of the dog must perform a 90-second routine. You can do anything. Tricks, acrobatics, whatever will impress the judges. Sounds like easy money, chuckles Calvin.
However, Figg says, the top dog season is almost over and we're missing something important. Calvin is struggling to think what it could possibly be. So Figg says, a dog.
I presume at this point he's imagining he's going to enter Figg in the competition.
Oh my God. Andy, if you said that now to the writing team of this film, they would go, damn it!
Oh,
that's way fun.
That's much better.
Oh man, that's really
Dress
fun.
Dress him up as a dog and put him in the...
Oh, that's a really fun idea. But no.
If only we had a backspace.
So we cut to the pet store. Calvin's going to get a dog. The first dog that they've seen is $850.
Yeah, he's a thoroughbred premium dog. Calvin needs a crappy cheap dog.
This is no good, says Calvin. We need a cheap garbage dog to win the dog show. Then he spots a flyer which says, "Come and visit Tycho and all of our adoptable friends." It's for the animal shelter.
Yeah, it's one of Emily's flyers from earlier that she was handing out at lunch.
Calvin seems to not recognise it, but they head over to the animal shelter where Emily is working. She spots him through the glass. He's kind of making baby noises at the dogs. And excited because we've kind of learned that the scenes that she's in so far, she really wants to be friends with Calvin.
Well, everyone does. He's a big man on campus, despite everything about him.
Yeah. So how does this work, says Calvin. How do I get a dog? Emily says, "You're not serious. You wouldn't even hold my puppy when I brought him in for show and tell in the 3rd grade. You said animals were dirty."
Yeah. Calvin spins some lies about how he thought adopting a dog would be good for him.
Well, Calvin is really surprised that Emily remembers this anecdote, but if someone told me that they considered animals to be dirty, I would never forget it. It's such a weird thing to say.
If you brought your beloved dog in and they looked at you in your eyes while you were holding it and said, "Animals are filthy."
No thanks, I consider animals to be dirty. I would never forget that interaction as long as I lived.
So Calvin tries to performatively storm out, but Emily stops him and says, "Wait, there is one dog." We cut to him meeting Tycho. Tycho is massive and licks his face and barks deeply and loudly.
Yeah, I mean, really massive.
He's the only dog available, says Emily. The dog mauls Calvin, tearing his shirt.
Yeah.
Calvin screams and is owned.
Yeah, Calvin's sort of being killed by Tycho. The paperwork, however, is signed... and as Calvin's stapling his shirt back together
with a staple gun,
Emily says, "Oh, by the way, now you have a dog, please don't buy any Royal Hound brand dog food because they sponsor these dog shows and I can't stand to see animals being exploited like that." Mm-hmm. Emily calls them, quote, "horrible dog shows." What goes on at these dog shows? I don't know. but they're horrible, apparently.
All Emily needs now is a signature from Calvin's parent or guardian. So he sort of looks troubled by that, leaves with the contract. At home, he places the dog adopting papers underneath his report card. His mother, an exhausted healthcare professional, signs both while yawning. Big win for Calvin.
I think this annoyed me slightly because I think like having the mom be a nurse, it's just sort of cinematic shorthand for like this person is too tired to parent, which I find like slightly insulting to healthcare professionals. You know, they're like, "Oh, whatever you say, Calvin." Oh,
what's that? Crack cocaine, Calvin. Sure thing.
Yeah,
just don't have too much.
Just time for another night shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What's that? What's this? A permission slip to jump the Grand Canyon on a motorbike?
Yeah, fine. I'm a nurse.
I'll sign whatever you put in front of me.
So Calvin takes the papers back and it is all made official. "Should I be worried about germs?" says Calvin as Tycho licks him all over his face. "No," says Emily, "a dog's mouth is cleaner than that of a human." Mm-hmm. Another interaction I would remember forever.
Yep. The dog starts drinking out of a toilet. Calvin is appalled.
Yep.
But Emily gives Calvin her number to call if there are any problems. And she says, "I'll be coming by your home in 10 days to check that you're fit as an owner." But Calvin now has the dog.
10 days is a long time, I think, to wait for the post-adoption interview.
A dog could easily die in 10 days.
10 days is plenty of time to mistreat a dog. So Calvin leaves with Tycho, although it would be fair to say that Tycho sort of drags Calvin away with his jaws growling. Tycho is a big, angry, scary dog.
Tycho is enormous. Calvin's trying to get him to pull his skateboard, but Tycho sees some other dogs and sort of chases them. Calvin is pulled along fast. He ollies onto a picnic table, grinds a rail, and then he says to Tycho, "You stay right there, I'll be right back." And then does like a 2-minute Tony Hawk session of sick airs and melon grabs.
Yeah, okay. This whole scene feels a lot like a production note to me. Like, could there be an extreme skateboarding sequence right in the middle of things? Like, because it's so weird. He's riding along with Tycho, being all out of control. Like, "Whoa, Tycho! No, whoa! You're such a big, strong dog!" And then he goes, "Okay, Tycho, now wait there." And then he's like,
suddenly Tony Hawk wearing the same clothes as Calvin starts like ripping it up in a 2-minute session.
Yeah. And then what makes me sure that this is a production note is that then Tycho is like, "Well, that was some kick-ass skateboarding. I truly shredded the gnar. Anyway, Tycho, I believe you were owning me." And then he picks up the lead and we cut to what I'm sure was supposed to be the next scene, which is Calvin being dragged across a field on a skateboard out of control.
Yeah.
And sort of hurled into a lake.
Yeah, I've just written, what was that? Because it is literally 2 minutes of flat ground tricks.
But if you imagine that he tries to make Tycho drag him on a skateboard and Tycho drags him and is out of control and goes, whoa, and then is dragged across a field and flung in a lake, it makes perfect sense. It doesn't make sense that there's a 2-minute no dog skateboarding scene.
It's so bizarre. It's like he's chasing It's like he's chasing a runaway dog, and then they both stop so that he can do a 2-minute tap dancing sequence, and then they get back to the chase.
It's
It's
really weird. So Calvin realizes that Tycho is certainly going to kill someone, so it may as well be Figg. And we cut to the next scene where Calvin is handing over the lead to Figg.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't want to look after this dog, Figg. You're my PA, you do it.
He says this is just like issue 723 of Gotham Man when he had to tame those. He had to tame those wild stampeding buffalo mutants. What is Gotham Man about, I've written.
Well, Figg says, but Gotham Man has superpowers. So we know he's not just rich like Batman. He has superpowers.
Yeah, so that's why DC can't do anything about it.
So do you, says Calvin. For example, the power to be eaten by this dog. So Calvin is still sopping wet and he sort of stumbles away.
Yeah, Calvin leaves. Figg is distraught. Yeah. We cut to Calvin's room at night. Figg is suddenly at the window. It's not explained how he is outside a second-story window.
He's standing on Tycho's back.
yeah. Tycho, the world's biggest dog.
Can I tell you a Mark Kermode thing?
Oh, Jesus. All right. Mark Kermode stands on dogs.
I listened to Mark Kermode's review of Clifford the Big Red Dog, and it was... I could not stop laughing because the review opens with Mark Kermode saying, to begin with, let me just say the dog is too big. And he goes on to make clear that, sort of CGI-wise, cinematically, etc., it's infeasibly big and it hurts the drama. But complaining that Clifford the Big Red Dog is too big is so funny to me. So that was minute 22. So
he can't have. So yes, Figg is there. He can't have dogs bigger than 7 pounds in his apartment building. Tycho is 24 times over the limit,
which means that Tycho weighs about 76 kilograms, I think.
Yeah,
by this
massive.
Maths. Yeah,
massive.
A truly frighteningly heavy dog.
But somehow Figg manages to push this 76 kilo dog through the second-story window of this house.
He's standing on another big dog.
Yeah, he's hovering outside like one of the vampires from Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
He pushes it into the window and then he leaves. So the dog is now in Calvin's room.
Tycho immediately starts eating Calvin's things, owning him, being a bad and noisy dog. He does a very loud bark that would immediately give away his existence to the whole family and neighbourhood. Tycho refuses to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, the dog is sleeping, spooning a wide-awake Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin looks rightfully terrified. We sort of cut to midnight, and Calvin is wide awake, lying under Tycho, who's climbed atop him and fallen asleep. Calvin looks like he's like controlling his breathing, like he's sort of measuring out his available oxygen.
Calvin looks like he's been pushed into a mass grave and is trying not to give away the fact that he's still alive.
Yeah, it's quite intense. So next morning, Calvin comes downstairs. We heard you snoring last night, say his parents. It sounded awful. Are you feeling okay? And Calvin does that thing where he does some fake coughing, like, Ruff, Ruff. Oh, yeah, I'm poorly.
Yeah, so presumably they heard the loud, bassy barking of a dog.
Ruff, Ruff.
Yeah, well, that's some weird snoring from Calvin. Also, Mum is like, you're a growing boy, Calvin. You need to shower every day because presumably he stinks.
Yeah, noticing that Calvin smells like, I guess, a mangy dog.
Or the dog, probably just went to the bathroom right there in his bed, covering Calvin.
Calvin's mum's going to go, change his sheets or something and be like, oh, man, looks like Calvin did one huge in his bed.
Well, he is a growing boy. I guess it's normal.
Oh.
So we cut to Figg checking the schedule for the dog show. There's only one sanctioned event left in the Top Dog regular season circuit. It's the last chance to get an invitation to the finals. And then he sort of lays out what you got to do. Owners must lead the dogs through a series of ramps and tunnels and water hazards.
Time penalties will be assessed for each missed obstacle.
Kind of.
Yeah, bollocks. Preston Price is sort of nearby and spots them looking at this dog literature. What are you doing with that? He says, I decided to enter my dog in the competition. You may be a big deal at school, says Preston, squaring up to him, but when it comes to dog shows, you're out of your league. Yeah. Do you understand? He says, I will destroy you.
And then he pokes Calvin. Tycho doesn't like this, so Tycho wraps his lead around Preston's legs and then pulls him over face first into a flower bed and then drags him face first through the mud as he sort of sobs and screams and is owned.
Jacques is running alongside, looking terrified. Stupid dog, says Calvin, as caked in mud, he and Figg and Tycho stagger home.
Yeah, for some reason, Calvin and Figg also fall over.
Yeah, everyone sort of falls over. Everyone around.
They're not tied up in leads.
Tycho emits a shockwave, like a sort of AoE attack.
Yes, a big dog AoE that knocks everyone into flower beds. So yeah, the muddy pair return home and wash the dog off in the garden with a hose.
Suddenly, Mum pulls in. She's home early. She's walking around the back of the yard. Oh no, she's going to catch Calvin and Figg with this great big secret dog. But when she gets round to the backyard, she finds Figg and Calvin in the hot tub.
Acting all suspicious.
They're sort of peeking out over the top of it, refusing to show any more of their bodies than their, like, eyes and nose.
Yeah.
This is obviously because they're hiding Tycho, presumably underwater.
Yeah, just struggling underwater. Yeah, it does look very suspicious. And as soon as Mum stops looking, the dog pokes his head up. So it's fine.
Yeah, takes a deep breath. Later that night, we see Tycho unable to sleep. It's a weird scene. It's like we see a dog's nightmares. It's like Tycho's sort of tossing and turning, haunted by past trauma.
So Calvin is going to school in the morning. Tycho's sad. He takes his bowl, goes into the kitchen, breaks a water cooler, which starts flooding the kitchen, opens the fridge. A rap song from the point of view of a dog starts playing.
Oh, my God.
And then the dog methodically wrecks the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear this song.
I didn't even pay attention to what Tycho was doing because I was, like, just noticing this song.
They kick you off the couch and tell you to stay. I put you out and then they lock the door. They never understand a word that you say. That's the way it feels when you're a dog. That's the honest truth about the way it is when you're a dog. And what you really wanna do is be a best friend. That's the way it feels when you're a dog.
The song is a bit literal. I think the message of it is undercut slightly by the fact that it is under footage of Tycho systematically destroying Calvin's whole house. It's like, oh...
Yeah, in a sort of way that it's like, I want to thoroughly destroy this house in every way possible and salt the earth so no house can ever be here again.
Yeah, meanwhile, the lyrics are like, oh, everyone assumes the worst of you when you're a dog. Meanwhile...
Why are people so judgy about dogs?
Meanwhile, Tycho's like emptying sugar into the gas tank of the family car.
It's like, yeah... all over the family pictures, the irreplaceable family album is torn to shreds. Yeah, so I think it's entirely justified.
Yeah.
So Calvin comes home from school and he sees that Tycho isn't tied up where he should be. He enters the house to see the pure carnage. Sweet mother molasses, he says. Out of the window, Mum and Dad returning home. I've got to get you out of sight, says Calvin. He runs into the living room and throws a blanket over this enormous 76-kilogram dog.
It's as unconvincing as it looks. It looks like Calvin is hiding a person.
Yes. Or maybe two people.
Or maybe two people, yeah. So Mum and Dad come in. Oh, hey, guys, says Calvin. I was just fixing a snack.
Hey, guys, I was just sitting next to this squirming blanket.
I was just sitting next to this squirming human. This is Figg. I've decided to sort of debase him further. He's now a sort of squirming worm creature.
I've decided for my pleasure he must wrap himself in a blanket and crawl everywhere.
I told
the worm he is.
He is not permitted to show his face to me or look me in the eye. So in my presence, he must sort of writhe around under a blanket.
I don't think worms can speak, Figg. They can only talk the worm language. That's right.
That's right, Figg.
His parents nod in happiness and go off about their day.
Yeah, well, go off to be... Yeah, Mum goes off to be a nurse.
No, but, like, the parents are like, oh, no, what's wrong? Dad comes in to try and hug Calvin, and he's like, no, stay away from my squirming blanket.
Stay away.
Figg will lash out. Here. We can stay here, he says.
Yeah, he's like
times.
emphasizing the word stay a lot.
And then they see the ransacked kitchen. He says, I had a couple of friends over, that's all. Mum says, it looks like foreign agents ransacked our kitchen, which is a weird place to go to, I think.
Yeah. Foreign agents.
Why would he go there first?
What do
it
you
looks
mean?
like foreign, what do you mean foreign agents? Ransacked your kitchen? Do you think Mum is secretly a secret agent?
Definitely.
And that's why.
That's she's not saying it like as an exaggeration. She's like, she's speaking it into her wristwatch. Like, it looks like foreign agents have ransacked our kitchen.
Foreign agents have ransacked the kitchen.
Exactly. We need a 5K perimeter around our domicile. So I can explain, says Calvin. All right, let's hear it, says Mum and Dad.
So Calvin is panicking, trying to explain what's going on. His parents can't understand. They think that he's hiding something. But then his mum says, wait, he didn't try to make excuses. He didn't try to blame somebody else. This is the first time I've ever heard Calvin take responsibility for anything. I'm surprised he even knows where we keep the mop, she says. And so impressed by this, like, newfound responsibility, they leave him to sort of clean up on his own.
Yeah, they just sort of wander off. So they're content with the explanation that Calvin, their son, like...
Had some friends over and destroyed the house.
And they went completely berserk.
And destroyed the house, but he's taken responsibility for it. Yeah. And now he's cleaning it up.
Yeah. So the parents are sort of humorously proud.
Calvin, like, you've shot Figg to death in our lounge. Yes, Mother, but I've taken responsibility and I'm cleaning him up.
Yes, Mother. Oh, wow, he took responsibility.
Wow, he's dug a grave in the back garden.
That's amazing.
I've never seen...
I can't even get this kid to take the trash out, and now he's digging graves to bury Figg.
I'm amazed he even knows where the grave shovel is.
So later, Calvin staggers back to his bedroom exhausted. It's nighttime now. It's dark outside. It's after a full day of cleaning up after Tycho.
Yeah.
And he gets to his room to find that Tycho has destroyed everything in Calvin's bedroom. And presumably while Calvin cleans this up, Tycho will go outside and destroy everything in the kitchen.
Dig up Figg and drag his corpse out into the lounge. Mum bangs on the door and asks who Calvin is yelling at. He says that it's his nightly meditations, and then Mum sprays an air freshener everywhere because the house stinks of dog. We cut to Calvin severing his professional relationship with Tycho. We are over, he says.
He says, I don't care about this dog show. We're over. He's run out of patience.
Yeah.
So he ties Tycho to a tree in his yard and heads out to meet Figg. After school, Tycho is going right back to the pound. He tells Figg. What about the show, says Figg. It's not worth it. He's your responsibility, says Figg. Not anymore, Calvin retorts. He's ready to abandon his duties as a dog owner.
Yes, but they are interrupted in this conversation by Leonard and Thrasher, the garbage boys.
The garbage boys.
We got a pound on you, they say. Figg, get out of here. So Figg flees like a coward. It's nothing personal, Calvin.
Wiggles along the floor like the worm.
like the worm he is. It's nothing personal, Calvin. We're getting paid. It's just business. You can appreciate that, says one of the boys. It's Preston Price. He wants you to stay away from that dog show. We're here to encourage you to drop out.
That's right.
Tycho is barking at these interlopers, but he's tied to a tree. He can't do anything.
So Calvin is resigned to the beating that he's about to receive. They ask him if he wants it in the face or the gut. Calvin says, surprise me. But all of a sudden, just as Calvin's about to get beaten up, Tycho, having torn down a tree, sprints through the garden fence and mangles Thrasher and Leonard under the enormous tree root that he's dragging behind him.
They're both smashed. They both lose consciousness. Calvin is saved.
It's like... The tree looks like an Elden Ring boss weapon. This thing that they're sort of crushed under. It's like ulcerated tree spirits, like arms and legs.
The shadow tree avatars.
Yeah.
Forlorn
blade. Yeah. That Tycho's like wielding. Yeah.
The cursed oak.
There's no way that Thrasher and Leonard survive this, is what I'm saying. It's huge. You can't have a tree. You can't have a tree this size dragged over you and be okay.
No, it's enormous.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing you would use to batter down a castle door.
Yes.
We cut to Calvin's parents looking out the window at Calvin fixing the gate that just got broken. I've been meaning to fix that gate for months, says Dad. They were both apparently oblivious to a giant oak being dragged through their fence and garden.
They've noticed that Calvin is fixing the fence, but they didn't notice the fence being broken, and they've not noticed that their garden is now minus a tree.
And also has a huge, divot in it from a tree being dragged across
like a trough scored down the centre of it.
And two dead boys in it.
Calvin's burying more boys.
We never see Leonard and Thrash again in this movie.
I can't get this kid to take out the trash, and now he's burying Thrasher and Leonard next to Figg.
There are 2 large trash bags in our bins.
Just imagining Calvin sort of fashioning like crude grave markers to go next to Figg's.
Wow, I can't get this boy to do anything in the garden, and now there are 2 crude graves out there.
So later on, Calvin at his wit's end calls Emily. He says that he needs help with Tycho. Emily finds Calvin in the park. He's shouting at Tycho to sit. You can't just yell at him, says Emily. But he's doing it wrong, says Calvin. Bad dog. Emily patiently explains that he could try rewarding him when he does something right. She pulls a treat out of her pocket and immediately and effortlessly trains Tycho to sit.
Yeah.
So that's it, says Calvin. Just give him food. In my experience of pet ownership, yes, that is basically
that is
it,
pretty
right?
much
Like
it.
that's what pets want from you is the food.
It's mostly food.
It's
yeah.
mostly
She says
food.
Encouragement, patience, approval, and if you want a dog to respond to you, you have to give him love. We then get a montage of dog training. Calvin is owned. We see him loving on Tycho. We see them flying a kite. Calvin gets owned by the kite somehow.
Why are they flying a kite? Surely a kite is just annoying for Tycho.
Yeah.
Andy, I'm in a bit of a bind.
Oh, what seems to be the problem?
Well, I got this new big strong dog and it's eaten all my clothes. It's just
now I can see.
Yeah. It won't stop owning
sort
me.
of wearing rags.
Yeah, just wearing rags because the dog keeps tearing chunks out of them. It's just over there.
Yeah, why?
The dog is in the room
with me now. Why are there no well-behaved dogs in decoms?
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it?
They're not funny. A well-behaved dog isn't funny.
That's true. It is very funny what that dog is doing to you right now.
Yeah, savaging me. Well, at the minute, the dog is all tired out and sleepy from savaging me. I reckon I've got about sort of 90 seconds before it wakes up. So is there anything I can do about this clothing situation that you think?
What you can do in 90 seconds is navigate to your web browser to www.insertcoinclothing.com.
Wow.
Where you can find durable, fashionable, video game-inspired apparel to suit your needs, which is dog owning.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, let me tell you, I own many insert coin items of clothing, and they are very durable. I reckon that if this dog sleeping next to me were to try and bite through them, it would take it a little bit longer to bite through it than it would a regular
this is
t-shirt.
a powerful dog. It's getting through.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not getting through. It's getting through. Just look at my arms, look at my ribs. Look at my exposed ribs. It's getting through.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a few extra seconds because these clothes are great and the designs are brilliant. They're lovely.
And the great news is that for Mum Can't Cook listeners, it's going to be lighter on your pocket as well.
Fantastic.
Because Insert Coin have provided us with a code. Luke, would you like to hear the code?
Okay. Yes, go on then.
If you go to insertcoinclothing.com and enter the code Barkham Asylum, that's BARKHAM
Was Insert Coin
ASYLUM.
Was
Barkham Asylum.
Was Insert Coin aware of the Gotham Man thing?
Insert Coin is apparently aware of the Gotham Man thing.
Oh, wow.
Insert Coin do their research, Luke.
Yeah, dang.
Not only when creating great clothes, but also when thinking up codes for decoms.
Look.
They go away and learn everything about the decom before they provide us with the code. That's the kind of level of attention to detail you can expect from Insert Coin Clothing.
We can read all the ad copy there is under the sun, but all you really need to know about Insert Coin Clothing is that they put the same amount of care into their clothing as they do into the codes that they give us. So really, we should just read the codes and be like, would you buy from a company that came up with this? The answer is yes.
Yeah. Do you want a t-shirt that's like this code, i.e. extremely lots of attention to detail in it and good?
Yeah.
Then yes.
And yes.
Get it from Insert Coin Clothing.
Barkham
So
Asylum.
put that in, Barkham Asylum, for 10% off online orders. Codes are not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes cannot be combined with other deals or promotions and are valid until the end of 2024. Luke, put some damn clothes on, honestly.
Okay, but the dog's just going to tear them off. See, he's done it. He's done it. He's torn them right off again.
A good thing you're saving 10%, isn't it?
Yeah. Later on, after this charming montage, they're getting lunch at a cafe.
Emily, can I ask you a question?
Fire away.
How did you know Gotham Man's arch enemy was nameless?
Duh, I read the comics.
You read them? Or do you just skim through them sometimes, maybe?
Test me.
Okay, the license plate number of the Gotham Mobile.
Before or after it got totaled in issue 533. What is with the trick questions? Have you ever just been straight up and real with a person?
No. Never.
Par for the course.
Par for the course is not an idiom a child would use, is it?
I don't think so. It's the idiom as someone who plays a lot of golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a decom writer, for example.
Yeah.
I like that he's like, I want to know just one thing, Emily. How could you possibly have known that Gotham Man's archenemy was nameless? She's like, I read Gotham Man.
Gotham Man.
Like, nice try, liar.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Emily?
He's such a
to believe you.
gatekeeper.
He is, yeah.
Gatekeeping Calvin.
Just let Emily... I mean, he probably owns about a third of the Gotham Man comics in circulation, so he's a literally sort of keeping the rest of the community from reading Gotham Man.
So we cut to Calvin and Figg talking. Emily was amazing with Tycho today, and you know what? I think we have a good chance of winning the obstacle course, says Calvin. But then, as they round the corner, they see Mum's car. She's home early.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nightmare of nightmares.
Mum comes out the back of the house. She's holding some kind of prong. I don't know what it is. It's a
bear prong.
Imagine a prong. Mm-hmm. There's a bear in the house, she says, terrified. And yeah, she's got this like big thing for dealing with it.
She's about to call 911, but Calvin says, Mum...
She's going to call the bear patrol.
Mum, chill. That's Tycho, my dog. You're what? Says Mum, and then we cut to the family chatting behind a door. Mum says that the dog must go back to the pound. Dad said that he had a dog, and he says that dogs destroy everything, and they pee, but you love them anyway. I'm saying love doesn't have any shortcuts, says Dad. It'll be good for Calvin to own a dog.
That's right, and be owned by a dog in return.
And be owned and peed on by it.
So they break the happy news that Calvin is allowed to keep Tycho, but he's still grounded, they say, for tricking his mom into signing the adoption papers. No TV, they say, and no cell phone for 2 months, and your grades better start improving.
Calvin promises to improve his grades, and then a song starts playing about being a dog.
God. It's like a bit different to the one before, but not very, very different. That one's all about how people treat you when you're a dog. This one just says, I'm a dog, over and over again. Mm-hmm. It has lyrics like, only one chance to get it right this time. You will get yours when I get mine, because I'm a dog, okay. Chase your tail, running around in the streets all day, find the answer, or I might just stay a dog.
I might just stay a dog, because I am one.
The note I have is that these feel like they're lyrics for a movie about a boy who's turned into a dog.
Absolutely, 100%.
And the previous song also would make great sense in a decom about a boy who's turned into a dog.
Yeah.
I think these were written for a decom that was never made.
Yeah, these were repurposed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not writing any more songs. Yeah. Just put them in. It's got the word dog in it.
Yeah.
What do you want? We get a montage of dog feeding. It turns out that Tycho eats a lot. Calvin comes out of his house with a small baggie to pick up some poop. It is not large enough, so he goes back into the house and returns with a garbage bag for this magnum.
His corpse disposing bags.
He is fed ice cream by Calvin, and then Tycho the dog has a nightmare about the free puppies box because there's a thunderstorm raging outside, but Calvin comforts him. You're safe with me, he says.
Oh, yeah, he resettles him, makes him comfy, and the camera zooms in on Tycho looking afraid. We cut to the first dog show.
Yeah.
There are two presenters, Chuck and Holly. We're going to be seeing a great deal of them.
They restate the stakes of the film. So this is the obedience and obstacle course. The winners go on to the finals 1 week from today. There is, for some reason, a dog red carpet. Preston turns up with Jean-Jacques, the fancy little dog. The crowd lose their mind at this dog celebrity.
Yeah, the presenters too. What a well-groomed boy, says Holly in an extremely misjudged line.
We cut to Tycho rolling around in...
Yeah. So, if they can arrive in style, says Calvin, so can we. And then Figg distracts a driver of a big fancy SUV by saying, hey, what a show it's going to be. Got to love these dog shows, right? Meanwhile, Calvin climbs into the back of the car with Tycho and then sneaks out of the other side on the red carpet side. And they head down the red carpet together.
You see the size of that one, asks one of the hosts. I'm not even sure that was a dog, says the other. Suddenly we see that Emily is protesting the red carpet.
Yeah.
Calvin and Figg see her and they duck and sort of crawl the rest of the red carpet. Figg, that's normal for Figg.
Normal for Figg, yeah.
Crawl everywhere like a worm, like the worm he is.
Figg covers his face so as not to be viewed by his betters.
I think if you wanted everyone to pay attention to you on the red carpet, you would probably like crawl around on it like a worm.
I think
that's
worm.
quite conspicuous.
Yeah. It's worth noting that Emily's not there alone. She's like part of a protest. Not a huge one, but there's sort of like half a dozen people with placards and shouting. There's a little comedy moment here. We get a hip-hop song about being the baddest dog. And it's over a montage of Calvin noticing that dogs and their owners look alike.
Have the same haircuts. To
be fair, there are more of these dogs and owner comparisons than you'd think, because you might remember this comedy bit from the very beginning of 101 Dalmatians, which I think presents about 3 examples, and here there's like 24.
Yeah, it's all runtime.
Yeah, exactly, and that one.
Thing is, with 101 Dalmatians, they had a story they had to sort of get through.
Yeah, exactly, and they were concerned about... they respected your time. Not so here, however. So, yeah, there's a huge number of, like, just dogs and people with same haircuts.
So Calvin approaches the registration desk. They're late to register. Preston comes across with the rule book, and he says that rule 1 is that dogs must meet general presentation requirements.
Yeah.
Tycho is obviously covered in you'll need a judge to sign off on this, says the registrar.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm the baddest dog, says the song in the background.
Yeah. Tycho has been deemed too filthy and diseased to take part in the show. Like, to be fair, Tycho is not a stray. Calvin, don't show up to the dog show with your dog literally dripping with filth. Like, we've seen scenes of Tycho being washed in the yard.
Yeah, just hose him down a little.
Just hose him down a little. It's like he's actively filthed him up. Anyway, so...
but he gets Rondell on the phone, and he says, Rondell, you got to get down here. So Rondell turns up with his salon-owning mum. The basketball team is here also. Rondell just lives to compete.
He does, yeah. I couldn't make sense of my notes here, and then I realised I'd written down the lyrics to the baddest dog song. Outside barking at the moon, dog catcher gonna get me soon. Thank God I'm the baddest dog. It's very bad. Okay. Also, it's worth noting that Calvin calls Rondell on his cell phone, which I thought had been taken away for 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
So
good point.
Fine.
So he's like defying his parents again. Yeah. Rondell gives Tycho, the dog, a sports psychology pep talk. You are the Mac Daddy dog, he says. And this fires up Tycho. So we cut to the actual event. Preston and Jacques are competing at the same time in sort of parallel lanes.
This is bizarre.
In this, obstacle course. I don't know why.
Why on earth? Because it's like, it's not a race. But it is a race. It is like...
But it is a race.
It is. Yeah. It's like it's a sprint. It's a sprint with a human and a dog, which is a bizarre thing to request of a dog show.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem, in this situation, one dog is like 24 times the size of the other dog.
Yeah.
Which you think would give it a slight advantage.
Yeah, why isn't this competition all greyhounds? Why isn't everyone bought like a racing dog?
Yeah.
That easily just like straight
like a leopard that you've painted like a dog.
Exactly.
So yeah, they get Jack and I are going to teach your mutt a lesson, says Preston. See you at the finish line.
Yeah. The commentators are extremely impressed by how Tycho looks. Because now he's been sort of made over.
He's been groomed by a team of groomers.
Chuck and Holly are sort of doing the commentary. There's a sizable crowd gathered to watch this regional dog tournament. This is an event that favours smaller, more agile animals, says Holly. Unless Tycho is a lot more fleet of foot than he looks, this won't even be close. So it seems, Tycho could be in trouble in this event that favours a particular size of dog. Seems fair.
Yeah. So the flag goes, Jacques runs off, Tycho and Calvin just sort of stare at him, but then they start going. Tycho knocks over every single obstacle.
Yeah. He just sort of like straight line brute forces. There's like a slalom through a load of poles, and Tycho just sort of bulldozes through everything.
Yeah, this is absolute chaos, this whole scene. It's like there's a pool of water, Tycho bites it and it sort of floods.
Like nearly drowns Jacques.
Gets sort of owned by that.
Yeah.
Tycho and Calvin start to lead, but then Tycho goes off to eat some plants, but then Jacques, the little dog, runs off and joins him eating plants. Preston is losing his mind.
Yeah.
They're arguing. Suddenly Tycho bolts for the finish, but he gets stuck in a tunnel. He then jumps through a pyramid of dog food cans that are there. Jacques is going nuts. Preston has lost control. Calvin is dragging Tycho through every single obstacle. Preston is hit with a penalty for carrying his dog. Calvin and Tycho cross the line like tangled up in a tunnel.
Yeah.
There's applause as if they've won. Calvin does a little dance. And then the judges do their ruling. So they say the dog in lane 2, Tycho, finished in 1 minute 37 seconds.
Yeah.
But the time penalties for missing every single obstacle mean that his time is 2 minutes and 6 seconds. A new course record, everybody!
A new course record. If you can get a course record by going as fast as you can to the finish line through all the obstacles.
Over every single obstacle.
And Tycho certainly doesn't go as fast as he could. You would think that some other competitor would have figured this out. It's like, but you have to go through all the obstacles. And if you miss an obstacle, there's a tenth of a second penalty. You're like, okay. Well,
what I'll do is I'll get in a car and drive to the end. I did it in 10 seconds. But you get a tenth of a second penalty for doing it in a car.
Which means your time is actually 11 seconds.
Okay.
Good.
And fine, I'll take it.
Meanwhile, Preston loses because he got a much more... Apparently, the penalty for picking up your dog at any point is more severe than the penalty for...
Immediate disqualification.
Compared to the penalty for failing to overcome every single obstacle on the obstacle course.
Preston is banned from the sport for 3 years.
You're not allowed to touch your dog. It's very much frowned upon.
I can't stress enough how...
A new course record.
How much Tycho crit paths this race. It just destroys everything in the way.
Yeah.
It's like a single straight line between him and the end point, and they're like, wow, he really did it.
It gets a new course record. It'd be like if in, you're doing a car race or something, and you started, stopped your car after 1 second and reversed over the finish line, and we're like, there you go.
Well, we'll give you a 1 second.
And you were like, well,
that's
that's sort of frowned upon. So 1 second penalty. So well done. You actually completed 2 seconds. Well new course record. New course record.
Yeah.
Well done.
So it's not fair. He cheated, said Preston. Everyone just ignores. You can't just smash through obstacles. Everyone's like, seems like you can.
I like that Preston at least does voice that. It is said aloud in the film, you can't just smash through obstacles.
And then the film says, it turns out you can.
Yeah, how about that?
So they have an invitation to the dog show finals. They've shocked the dog show world. The next line I have written down is, the world's press corps are assembled, clamouring for the scoop from the bad boy of dog running around.
They are. So the assembled press are gathered. Remember, this is a very big and important competition. They put it to him that Preston Price has said he's going to be impossible to beat. Do you have any response?
Mm-hmm.
Calvin says, he stands up and looks serious and then says, expect the impossible, confirming his status as the bad boy of dog walking around.
Needless to say, the press corps are eating this up.
They're losing their minds.
Absolutely loving it, yeah. At school, Figg is overwhelmed by things. Emily sort of helps him.
The things he's overwhelmed are, Figg is just at his lockers, and as Calvin walks past, without even looking in his direction, he throws his bag and skateboard helmet into Figg's head.
Yeah, because he's his worm servant.
He doesn't look in Figg's direction when he does it. He just, and he quite hard just he doesn't throw the bag to him, he throws it at him.
The film is about to make a case for Calvin having a heart of gold. So it's interesting that they start the film by having him slam Figg's head into a locker.
Calvin throw a skateboarding helmet at Figg's head. So Emily sees this and helps and says, Figg, you worm, can I ask you a question? What's the deal with you and Calvin? You follow him around like you're a servant. And Figg tells the whole tale.
What's the deal with you and Calvin? I mean, you follow him around like you're a servant.
When I first moved here, kids made fun of me, because I have asthma.
And Calvin didn't?
No, he did. He was the worst, actually.
But why?
Do you remember in 2nd grade when I had that really bad asthma attack during recess?
Oh yeah, they called the ambulance and everything.
Yeah, I forgot my inhaler that day. I just couldn't breathe. Everybody was standing around, staring at me. The kids and the teachers.
But not Calvin.
You remember that Mr. Agatha Pulse, the janitor, also had asthma. Calvin ran inside, got his inhaler, and brought it to me. Came and saw me every day while I was in the hospital. Read me comic books.
Let me guess. Gotham Man.
Gotham Man. Dark Dragon Chronicles.
So there really is a heart of gold in there.
Yeah. It's just deep.
So he didn't mock you for your asthma. Oh, no, he was the worst. He was the worst.
He was the worst, actually. So Calvin was bullying Figg more than anybody else was for having asthma.
He would follow me home. He would bully me through the window as I tried to sleep.
If this happened in real life, I would assume that what had happened was that Calvin saw Figg having an asthma attack and suddenly felt unbelievably guilty because he had been bullying him more than anyone else for having asthma.
Like, I imagine that he'd hired a hot air balloon so he could commit a sort of sky-based
overhead bullying.
Bullying him from new and unexpected angles every day. Yeah, but no, he saw this happen, and instead of letting Figg die, as he deserved,
as all the teachers were ready to do,
all the teachers just standing there watching with interest as Figg chokes to death.
Gather round, children. It's very rare that you get to see someone die.
I mean, not in this school, but yeah. But no, he's got such a heart of gold that he saved a dying Figg. Mm-hmm. Even though he was a worm who was beneath all contempt, he still gave him an inhaler. It's like,
you know what Theon Greyjoy's character after he's like captured and mistreated. Reek.
He's Reek from Game of Thrones.
He's a little Reek, yeah.
He's basically now got a life debt to Calvin, and he has to follow him around doing his bidding.
Yeah. So the next scene is Emily going around Calvin's house for the follow-up interview. They kneel down at the coffee table. "Where's Tycho?" says Emily. And then on cue, Tycho trots in politely, holding a pizza box in his mouth. He appears to now be extremely well trained, and he sits there patiently while the two of them eat pizza.
We cut to them both playing with third-party N64 controllers. They're having conversation about comic books.
Are they playing the game from two other DComs?
I think they are, but also
I think it is.
They both appear to be playing it. They're both playing. They've both got controllers.
Yeah.
But every time you see footage from it, it's very clearly a single-player first-person game.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe one of them's controlling the hands, the other's controlling the legs of this character.
But that sounds cooperative, and it's definitely competitive because Emily beats him.
Emily's like, "I win, bye."
Also, Emily's holding the controller she's holding the leftmost and rightmost N64 prongs.
Right, whereas Calvin has the central prong stance.
Also, and I can't believe I didn't mention this first, there's no game in the console.
Yeah, well, it's built in, right? Whatever it is, it's built into the console.
Yeah.
So as she's leaving...
When Emily leaves, she puts the controller on the table and she stands to leave and the controller falls noisily onto the floor. She gets up to leave and knocks the controller on the floor and it goes like bang, bang.
And you take that again?
No.
Okay. No. I think we got it. But yeah, as she's leaving, Calvin says, "The spring dance is next week. Do you want to go with me?" And she says... they have a little banter, recalling the previous audition scene with all the other girls.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Pick me up at 8." But suddenly, the video game on the TV is replaced by a news report on the upcoming dog show for some reason.
Maybe that's part of the game.
It pulls in real-time news.
First-person shooter and real-time dog news.
And real-time dog news.
64. Miyamoto, you've done it again.
Then I thought, what if the game randomly flicked over to dog news in real time?
You know how in a car radio you can set it to automatically switch to traffic updates?
This new video game will automatically, if any new dog news happens about dog shows, it'll interrupt.
You'll be the first.
So yeah, it smash cuts to dog news for no reason that I can see. No one presses a button or anything.
Calvin tries to get in the way of the TV because, remember, Emily hates these contests, but it's too late. Emily sees that Calvin and Tycho, the new bad boys of dog walking around, will be competing in a hated dog tournament. Emily is furious. She realises that the only reason Calvin got this dog was to win prize money.
Yeah.
Seems like she was right about him. She storms out of the house and Calvin runs after her to stop her.
She says, "What were you going to do with Tycho after you were done winning your money? Take him back to the shelter." "That's how it started," said Calvin. "Oh, what? Now you love him for real?" "Yeah, that's how it is," says Calvin. "Then prove it. Don't enter him in that show. Drop out now," says Emily. "No," says Calvin. "Okay, bye, Calvin," says Emily. And she leaves. Up skates Figg. We have a problem, he says. He has a lost dog poster. It's got a picture of Tycho on it, and it says, help me find Chester.
The poster lists Tycho's weight as 190 pounds, which is 86 kilograms. Really,
that's so massive.
That's really, really very heavy. So Figg says Tycho has a home and a family that misses him. How many flyers did you see, says Calvin. They're everywhere, all over town, says Figg.
13.5 stone. Sorry.
Converting dog weights. So Figg says these posters are all over town, and Calvin says, take them down. I'm not losing Tycho. Not now. But Calvin, says Figg, this is his real home, where he belongs. Look at it this way, Calvin. If you had lost Tycho, you'd want him back, wouldn't you? But Calvin didn't save Figg's life that day so that he could be questioned about his dog decisions.
Yeah.
And so he sends him away.
Calvin's not about to start listening to a worm like Figg.
No, exactly.
But then Figg tries to stand up for himself. He says...
Big mistake, Figg.
What did you say to me? Says Calvin. Everyone says you're selfish, Calvin, but I never thought they were right. Until now, says Figg.
Until the bit where you slammed your rucksack into my head without even turning your head to look at me.
Until the bit where you flayed me on a cross in your father's castle. He throws the poster down. We cut to Calvin's parents looking at the poster with Calvin. I want to keep him more than anything, says Calvin. I know you'll do the right thing, son, says his dad. Tycho the dog looks sad.
I like that the dad is not invested enough in this situation to do the right thing himself. He's just like, oh man, seems like
real head scratcher for you, Calvin.
Seems like the dog living in our house belongs to someone else. Well, Calvin, I leave you to wrestle with this problem. I've got to, I don't know, go to the grocery store again. Seems to be all he does. Drive to and from the grocery store.
I'm going to go down and observe the bins, see if they've been taken out.
I've got to not look at our garden to see if any trees are missing. So we cut to Calvin walking Tycho back to his proper home. It's raining, it's chucking it down. He heads up to the house and he rings the bell. I have your dog, says Calvin dejectedly to the man who answers. It's answered by a man who's called Billy. Look, honey, it's Chester, says Billy, and a woman comes to the door.
Yeah, Tycho starts barking at this point. He's going nuts. He's whimpering and barking. Thank you for bringing him home to us, says the woman. Honey, go and get the reward. No, keep the money, says Calvin. I don't want it. Just promise me you'll take good care of him.
Sure, no problem, says Billy. They seem extremely unconcerned to get their dog back. It's going to turn out that this is a plot point, but it is impossible to tell if there's anything amiss, because the way that they act is just, it's within normal decom acting and directing parameters. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if it turned out... It
doesn't stand out as unusual. It stands out, either they're just like bad at acting that they're pleased about dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's equally likely. But in fact, something is amiss.
So Calvin leaves sad. We cut to him sleeping. He reaches out in the dark for Tycho. He's not there. Calvin is a man bereft.
Yeah. He pushes his face into his pillow and drifts into an exhausted sleep. The next day, Figg skateboards up and says, hey, Calvin, where's Tycho? I took him home, says Calvin. But the Top Dog final is today, says Figg, who must have forgotten the huge speech he gave Calvin. Like,
about how he thought he was selfish for not taking the dog back.
Yeah. Well, don't actually do it, Calvin.
He probably received like a scouring last night. He was whipped with a thorny branch until now he thinks it's good and thinks that he should have Tycho.
We cut to the dog pound where Emily appears to be working some kind of desk job, which is odd because I think it's like school hours.
Yeah. Figg turns up and he tells Emily about how Calvin took Tycho back and he didn't accept a reward. You need to rethink your position is kind of the point he's trying to make.
Yeah.
And then he sort of slams down the reward poster. Wait, says Emily, looking at it. This picture of Tycho, I took it. That's not possible, says Figg. This was taken by his real family. She brings up the picture on her computer. She says, no, this is the picture I took when Tycho first came in. Something's not right here.
So Emily and Figg ride to Calvin's house and confront him with the damning photo evidence. Next thing, they're all skateboarding or cycling somewhere. It's not clear where, but they're ranting as they go. It was Preston, fumes Calvin. He did it all. He put up those flyers.
Yeah. They're not his real family. They had to be someone Preston could control. Preston's like 10. Yeah. He's a little fancy boy with a dog.
He can't control anyone. We see, while they're talking about this, in sepia, we see like flashbacks of Preston putting up the posters and smiling evilly over his shoulder at nobody.
Yeah. We also see a flashback of a guy who was standing around in the background of the scene when Preston's dog bit Calvin. I knew that guy looked familiar. It's the man from the house.
Billy.
The owner.
Yeah. Billy, the owner.
Inverted commas, owner of Chester. That's right. He's someone in the control of Preston.
Yeah, obviously. So whoever's like loading stuff off of a van for Preston is like under his command.
Has to do his bidding.
Yeah.
He's like a groundskeeper. He's like doing some yard work.
Yeah. It's like, of course, Preston could have him do anything.
Preston wants someone killed. That's my job.
So it turns out where they're going is to the house where Tycho was dropped off. But now they can see and hear through the window that the mysterious Billy is having a flaming row with the woman from before. I don't care what we're getting paid, she yells. Her name is Kate, I think. She says, I want that beast out of this house.
Hey, Figg, knock on the door and keep him talking, says Calvin. I'm no good at lying, says Figg. Remember issue 426 of the Dark Dragon Chronicles when Gotham Man had to make a distraction?
That really runs out of steam at the end there, doesn't it?
Gotham Man had to make a distraction.
How hard would it have been when Gotham Man had to convince the Flabtastic 5 that there was nothing in the sewers?
So the Metropolis Man could steal a dog out of a basement? No, it's so the Justice Legion could sneak through the Dark Dragon's lair.
Yeah. Oh. The other note I have on this bit is that the two adults in the house are arguing because they want the dog out the house.
Yep.
But I think really what this argument is about is that Billy is the kind of life partner who takes money from a 10-year-old to steal a dog. Like,
yeah, that's the unspoken.
Billy's come home from his yard work job.
He's like, great news, honey.
Great news, honey.
The 10-year-old boy I work for has given me $30 to kidnap a dog.
I don't think you should do that, darling.
Seems bad.
Well, it seems like a bad thing to do. What will your boss think?
The dog will live in our basement forever from now on. It'll probably cost more than $30 to feed him.
Perpetuity. The dog is strong and dangerous.
The dog is strong and hateful and will own us daily for $30. So Figg creates a distraction by pretending to die of an asthma attack on their front door.
Yeah, he knocks on the door pretending to be offering magazine subscriptions. Then while they're... That's a stupid cover story anyway, because, like, wouldn't you just open the door and go, oh, not today, thanks.
No, thank you.
And then close it. But instead they go, not today, thanks, you should go away. And then the woman comes up as well to be like, whoa, a kid selling magazines, this I gotta see.
Yeah, the man goes, we're not interested in any magazines, kid.
Yeah.
And then sort of fixes him with a stare like, all right, let's hear your next.
Yeah, now what do you have to say?
What do you say to the thing I just said?
I think he is interested in magazines. He just doesn't want to pay the opening price.
He's haggling. Yeah. Oh, no, too expensive. I certainly wouldn't buy these magazines at this price.
Oh, I've always wanted a skateboarding magazine.
But the price, no.
It's
too steep.
It's simply too steep. Simply too steep.
I'll give you $1.
And now...
but yeah. Suddenly the negotiation is derailed by Figg choking to death on their porch.
He does this to stop them from seeing Calvin and Emily sneaking through in the back. They successfully rescue Tycho from some kind of basement room, and they escape. They've got the dog. Hooray! Tycho is home.
It turns out, as they leave, the top dog final started 8 minutes ago. You're not thinking what I'm thinking, says Calvin to Emily. You and Tycho have to compete, says Emily, reversing her position on dog shows.
Yeah, this is really annoying. She says, you'll have to compete, otherwise Preston will win. And it's like, I know that Emily is now friends with Calvin and Figg, which is nice. I'm happy. But, like, it would be completely fair at this point to be like, well, that's the end of our adventure.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like a fine place for things to end. Like, let Preston do the stupid dog show. It's objectively stupid. Let him have it. Like, it's fine. And also, the fact that Emily thinks it's unethical, Calvin should ask questions about that. You know, she's like, oh, it's really unethical that they do this. But at no point does anyone say, like, why
it's unethical.
I would like to hear Emily explain. I'm sure she's probably got some valid concerns.
Also, it's the core pillar of her personality that she is an animal lover who hates dog shows.
Yeah, she's also like, as I said before, when she's at the boycott, she's there with a group of like other protesters. She's not by herself. So like she is torching friendships do this.
She's like, oh, Preston's down at the big event where they feed dogs into wood chippers. Let's get down there and feed Tycho into a wood chipper, otherwise Preston will win for most wood chipped dogs.
Yeah, and we can't have that, can we?
No.
But anyway, this isn't the end of the film.
Calvin says, what do you say, boy? Up for being exploited one more time? And Tycho goes, woof.
As if to say, I consent to being...
I consent!
Yeah. So we cut to the Top Dog Show.
Uh-huh.
Chuck and Holly are explaining this year's theme. It's... Yeah.
Around the world in 80 dogs.
Around the world in 80 dogs.
There is Mount Dogmore.
We see signs for the different zones. There's the South
Bonehenge.
Pacific. Yeah, Bonehenge for me. I think at the point at which Bonehenge was floated, that would be the point where I asked in the meeting if we could reconsider Around the World in 80 Dogs as a theme.
Yeah, but wait, we've still got the Eiffel Tower.
Oh. The Eiffel Tower, I don't mind. I don't mind the South Pacific, but Bonehenge is no good.
Bonehenge, for some reason, sounds like something someone would call their van.
Yeah, it does.
So Preston and Jacques are up. They do their routine.
I just want to note as well, Chuck and Holly describe the format.
Oh, yeah.
Contestants have 90 seconds to impress the judges with any performance routine. And as we cut into this, we're watching a contestant called Jessica Rose and her dog Chi-Chi, and they're just finishing their display.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be clear, there's Jessica Rose, then there's going to be Preston Price, and then, spoiler alert, Calvin will make it. Each of them does a 90-second routine, which means that this entire event lasts a total of, 4.5 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, it's the same problem as Go Figure, right? Where it's like, but it's attracted a huge audience. There's like hundreds and hundreds of people in the crowd, all gathered to watch 4.5 minutes of dog show. It's not enough. It's not value for money. Who would buy a ticket to this? Who would come and see this?
Yeah, no, I agree. But also, Calvin is about to shake up the system with some amazing performance. So it will be worth it for those people, I think.
Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah, but like Preston and Jacques are doing their routine. The dog is running and doing jumps. The language of cinema is telling us that this is impressive. Where is Calvin and Tycho, says Rondell, who is there and very invested in this. They are up next. In the car, as they drive there, the gang are discussing what to do. They don't even have a routine.
Yeah.
I think we might, says Calvin, implying that he sort of worked out something, but he hasn't. And I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, he puts on his skateboard helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like the implication is the plan is I'll skateboard, which does turn out to be the beginning and end of the plan.
Yeah, back at the show, Preston is still doing his dog nonsense.
Yeah.
Frisbees are involved. Wow, say the judges. There are rounds of applause all round. A score of 98. Almost impossible to beat.
Almost.
But what do we say about impossible, Luke?
Yeah, we'd say, what is it? Something...
Expect the impossible.
Expect the impossible. So next up is Calvin, Wheeler and Tycho. Don't hold your breath, says Preston to himself smugly, knowing that he sabotaged this by making Tycho be returned to fake owners. So backstage in the tunnels and the cavernous walkways underneath this stadium where this is happening, Tycho and Calvin are now at the venue and skateboarding down as fast as they can. Well, Calvin's skateboarding, Tycho is running. They skateboard past a man in a cowboy hat and say, "Let's go, baby." And then the man in the cowboy hat takes this as his cue to throw a huge lever that causes 2 flamethrowers in the auditorium to activate.
Yeah, he hits the pyro.
Yeah.
And Calvin comes ollieing through like a banner.
Yeah, like a building-sized
way.
Royal Hound dog food poster.
Yeah. He does a huge, air grab through that while pyro goes off.
Yeah. Everyone loses their minds with excitement. And, of course, Calvin and Tycho are here just in time to take place in the tournament. But Preston says, you and your no-good mutt still have to beat a 98. Dun, dun, dun. How could this possibly be achieved, Andy?
Okay, so what happens is Calvin says to Tycho, "Full speed." The rap song from the perspective of a dog starts playing. And then Calvin does a load of skateboarding, but a dog is there.
Yeah.
Now they're on their way to Mount Ruffmore's half pipe. They say, "Why is there a half pipe?"
Also, it's a full pipe.
It's a dog show, not a skateboarding show, and yet one boy turns up with a skateboard, and there's a half pipe. Lucky for him.
And he's not exaggerating. The first thing that happens is that Tycho walks next to a row of fire hydrants while Calvin slaloms through them on his skateboard.
Does some X Games level street skating
while
a dog is nearby.
Then Tycho jumps over a little jump, and Calvin ollies over it. Then they head to Bonehenge, and Calvin jumps over a jump again, but the skateboard stays on the floor and goes under it. Then they go through a pipe.
Yep.
This half pipe, which is a full pipe, and in the middle of the pipe, Calvin does a 360 spin around the inside of it, which no one can see.
He does a full
surely
he does a full inversion inside the tube.
Full inversion inside the tube, which no one has witnessed, but everyone sort of cheers as if they can peer inside this tiny tube. Anyway, watching this, Preston becomes nervous, and we see him slink away.
He goes into a side hatch, and he picks up a hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, he's going to kill the dog.
He's going to kill Tycho with a hammer. Back to the routine. Tycho runs close to a big ramp, and Calvin skateboards up the big ramp, does a skateboard trick, and grinds down it. He's doing a very impressive street skating routine, and Tycho is genuinely just sort of trotting along next to him.
Trotting along next to him. Well, what's even more impressive is what happens next, which is he skates across the surface of some water like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Is that a Christ air?
Well, it's a pool of water and he skates across the surface. It's physically impossible.
Also, this pool of water is there for the dog to impressively swim through. Tycho doesn't even swim through it. Tycho walks next to it while Calvin skates across the surface of it.
Impossibly skates across the surface of the water. Inside, so we cut to Preston. He's inside a big ramp.
Yeah.
He smacks out some support struts with the hammer that he has.
So he's using the hammer. Yeah, he's knocking away bits of wood that are important. We're told via commentary that Calvin and Tycho are picking up some serious speed for the next trick. There's only 8 seconds left on the clock. It's worth mentioning that when they approach this ramp, the ramp is kind of right in the middle of the floor. There's no obvious entrance or exit to it. So how Preston got into it, I'm not sure. But what's much more important, I think, is that I don't think there's any way Preston got out.
Yes. So Calvin goes over the ramp that Preston's inside. It collapses. The sort of bit of the ramp that you go up falls flat onto the floor. Anything underneath it would be crushed.
This ramp is bigger than you're thinking. It's probably it probably goes up 2 stories.
Yeah, it's massive.
Does that sound about right? It's gigantic. It's absolutely gigantic.
I would say it's maybe 12 feet. Something like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's huge. So it collapses spectacularly. There's dust clouds and everything. It sort of falls in on itself.
Preston is absolutely inside. We never see him leave. We don't see him again in the film.
Yeah, Preston is last seen inside the ramp, knocking struts away, with little Jacques kind of maniacally sort of beat me at dogs, will you? Knocking away struts.
It's a full on Gaston death.
Yes.
Driven to death by his own mania.
Yeah. If I can't have dog shows.
But yeah, I am 100% convinced that Preston dies inside this ramp.
Definitely.
The film does nothing to contradict that.
If you could see this ramp, listener, you would think, there's no way he could get out of it in time. I'm not sure how he got in, but there's no way he's getting out. And yeah, as Andy says,
at least show a little, a second shot of him, having a bandage applied to his arm and looking mad.
Yeah, or a shot of him, if you'd have even just shown him sneaking into the ramp via a little hatch or something, that would be...
oh, you can do that.
Yeah, I'd be okay, so there's a quick way to get in and out without being noticed, to this ramp. But there really isn't.
No, he's dead. That kid is dead.
Yeah, so the ramp collapses spectacularly. All this heavy wood collapses inwards. Calvin goes flying way up, sort of 30 feet in the air. The skateboard falls.
Huge air.
Yeah, Tycho
but he's
catches
lost his board.
So Calvin crashes massively from a height of about 2 stories through the judges' desks. The judges leap out of the way just in time, and Calvin slams into them, kind of in a wrestling sort of way. There's a huge crash, and then the commentators say, "And Calvin sticks the landing!" And everyone starts to cheer, even though what they've just seen is a boy smash through some tables, ragdoll hard into a load of...
Ragdoll, yeah, take a huge back bump through some tables, exactly. Mankind coming off the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
A man says, "It's obvious Preston sabotaged the event. He's disqualified." also dead.
Yeah. So we don't see Preston. Someone just comes up and says, oh, he obviously sabotaged the event. Probably because they've just found his mangled corpse still clutching the hammer.
Holding a hammer.
Yeah. Preston Price cheated.
Everyone, the crowd are all hubbubbing about Preston. The judges announced that they award the routine a 99, so it doesn't matter even that Preston's been disqualified because he beat him anyway.
Exactly.
They've done it. They've won Royal Hound's Top Dog final to celebrate Tycho bites Calvin's skateboard in half.
This is basically the end of the movie. So at this point, I feel like can we like rag on this format of dog show?
Yeah.
And how absolutely wild it is that you can just do a very good skateboard routine while a dog is there and win.
Well, you have to do something that will entertain the crowd. So, like, if you are, I don't know, for example, you're Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
You turn up with a bulldog. The bulldog sits quietly and you play Everlong.
Yeah. It was like, woo! Holy crap.
Like, oh my God, that was amazing. 99.
It's like if Usain Bolt was holding a dog while he did the 100-meter sprint at the Olympics and won Crufts at the same time. Well,
that was the best dog display I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the best dog adjacent thing I've seen. Or if Simone Biles came to Crufts and a dog stood there while she did floor gymnastics, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, damn, that was amazing. That was absolutely incredible."
What if you just bought a portable projector and a dog, and then you just played, I don't know, Avatar, and everyone's like, "Oh, that was good."
Yeah, wow. What rich storytelling.
I'll give it a 99. And
the
dog was there.
Or put it the other way, what if you went to the X Games and instead of skateboarding,
if Tony Hawk was wearing a pug on a backpack while
No.
he did the
The alternative would be you go to the X Games and you stand there with a skateboard while next to you a perfectly bred and trained dog has its testicles examined by a trained judge. Like at the side you stand at the side of the half pipe while a perfect dog sort of parades up and down.
A perfect dog like trots up and down.
And then everyone's like, wow, that was a 900.
They're like, wow, your dog is amazing, so you've won the X Games.
You've won the X Games. That's amazing. This is
nice.
the best thing we've seen at the X Games.
You get a Monster Energy sponsorship.
Were you skateboarding? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You had a skateboard.
You had a skateboard.
You had a skateboard with you.
You had a skateboard. We're a broad church here at the X Games.
You were touching the skateboard.
The X Games was founded on the principles of shaking things up and sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
So if that means making this man the winner of X Games just because he stood there with a skateboard while a perfect dog's testicles were examined.
Well, the thing is that now Tony Hawk's generation are all the old establishment. He's a wealthy old man with a load of money.
Yes.
So we have to stick it to Tony Hawk.
Yes.
So what would enrage him more than a perfect dog winning the X Games? Take that, the man. Tony Hawk's like, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do what you want.
Oh, man. But then Tony Hawk, as usual, gets one over on the youth by presenting an even more perfect dog.
Tony Hawk's like, I've just been working on something in secret, and then he pulls out the world's most perfect dog. Bloody hell.
I call this dog 1080. And it
throws the dog in the air and it does a 900.
Its perfect testicles are visible from every angle. I looked this up because I was like, is that a myth that they check the testicles? But it's not.
It's not part of the judging, is it?
It Crufts, yeah.
What are they checking?
They're checking that
the weight.
They're checking
the heft.
They're checking that they're like side by side. Hang on.
That is sorry. Testicular symmetry is not a category in Crufts.
Okay. Generally speaking, the judge begins the examination at the dog's head, then moves towards the rear, touching the dog to determine structural soundness. For male dogs, the final act involves lightly touching the testicles to make sure they are present and of equal size. So it's equal size that they're looking for.
It's not a category, though. There's not people with a trophy in their lounge that says most symmetrical testicles 2023.
Brackets, my dog. Brackets, this was won by my dog. Not me. Yeah, no, but
brackets unless.
No, but like I think it's a factor in an important category of Crufts, right? It's how they, check how perfect the dog is, right?
Well, what do? You've got a perfect dog, but it's got asymmetrical testicles.
Okay, I'm on pet forums now. Clarification on showing neutered dogs. Whether they encourage neutered dogs to be shown, they're going to alter the breed standard so it no longer reflects the need for two descended testicles. The dog could still win if it was the best dog overall, But if you have another which matches the standard just as well, but has 2 nice even testicles,
that's a real sweet beanbag on it.
Just a real precious, perfect little beanbag. Then that dog would win.
Oh my God.
So there you go.
Okay, well, so they've won. The press corps swarm Calvin. Figg, his PR representative, handles the question. He throws to Emily, Calvin, I was wondering, do you have any plans for the prize money? She says, I sure do, says Calvin. We see a brief shot of someone polishing the Gotham Man comic, and then we cut to the animal shelter, which has now been renovated thanks to a generous donation from Calvin Wheeler.
Wow.
And has a Gotham Man painted on it now.
It's now called the Stuart Bickford Memorial Animal Shelter. Just who was Stuart Bickford, says the confused animal shelter owner at a podium. Emily interrupts to say he was the creator of Gotham Man.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the renovations mostly involved painting a huge Gotham Man on the side of the building.
So now it's more of a sort of shrine to Gotham Man than it is an animal shelter.
It's like, hey, I know what I would like to do with the money. Clear all of these manky old dogs out of the shelter and build a cool Gotham Man arcade.
Yeah.
I'm going to need an even bigger building to house my Gotham Man collection.
Yeah, get these dogs out of here. So there's an adoption fair going on. Dogs are being adopted left and right. A small dog called Rufus is too barky for most people, but Figg says that he's just scared. He goes in, picks him up. They're getting on like a house on fire. And wouldn't you know it, this dog is under 7 pounds in weight.
Nobody minds that he's an imperfect beanbag.
Well, that's the thing, though. Because Emily says, look like you and Tycho have some stiff competition for next year's dog show. And then he says, oh, please, there isn't a dog on this earth who can... And then he gets a sign of that sweet coin purse. Dear God, he says.
Oh,
Calvin's astonished. Figg, how about we team up? We do a tag team tandem thing. I mean, we can't lose. At the very least, you're going to need a manager, someone who can help you count all that money. Mm-hmm. He says, the balance of power has shifted immediately thanks to Rufus's perfect ending.
Exactly. Now who's the worm? And that is basically the end.
Yeah, I've written, we close on a shot of Tycho in a necklace.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've written that. Is he wearing a necklace? Why is he wearing a necklace? Okay, well, the movie's over. There's another song about being a dog.
Also, when they leave talking about entering into more dog competitions, everyone's smiling, even though this is completely contrary to the point of the film that it's cruel to enter dogs in competitions or something.
Yeah. And you can only do it if it's to beat Preston, but Preston's dead now, so he's not going to be a problem. My notes say we get a rap song about looking at a dog who smells.
Yes, we do. It is performed by Kyle Massey, who plays Calvin, the lead.
Good.
So, let's hear some of that.
You can't help that he's hairy. If he wasn't, he would freeze. And he can't help that he's a walk-in hotel for some fleas. Now, he ain't much on manners, although he aims to please. His calling card is in the yard. Remember, wipe your feet, cause there's a dog.
There you go. Quite a lot of dog raps in this one.
Yep, this one mentions the feces that the dog produces twice.
Yep.
Good.
Well, what do we know about dogs? I don't think the writers of this film have
ever seen
a dog. I think they've just sort of heard dogs mentioned in the
medical
pub.
diagrams.
Yeah.
They've got an incorrectly taxidermied dog in the office.
Yeah.
They had the skin and they sort of stuffed it wrong.
Yeah, it was accidentally made with too big a bum, so they're like, well, I assume it does absolutely enormous shit.
But also, look at these perfect marble testicles.
Look at them.
So yeah, that's the movie. It was all right. It was fine. It wasn't.
It was fine.
Terrible.
It was fine. It will stick in my mind as the only decom that I can call to mind where the antagonist dies.
Definitely
dies.
Yeah.
Well, where the probably there's been one where I don't know. There was first kid. Someone was shot. Wasn't someone? No, they weren't. They weren't killed.
He gets shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Even the rogue Secret Service agents who's kidnapped the first boy doesn't get killed, whereas swanky little Preston just gets crushed to death.
Yeah, crushed to death. But to be fair,
brutal.
He brought it on himself by sabotaging the ramp.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, Preston.
And that's the message of Life is Rough.
Yeah, I quite liked Preston as a villain. DCOMs don't often have a straightforward evil child.
Yeah, just an evil little boy.
Just an evil little boy who...
A fancy evil little boy.
Little evil boy who deserves to be crushed by a ramp. And gets it and is crushed. Satisfying the audience. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. It's fine.
The dog was too big.
Yeah, the dog is obviously way too big. Yeah. The dog, I would say, if I had one criticism, it would be that, like, I don't think that Tycho has much of an arc. The idea is that Tycho is badly behaved, and by the end, Tycho is well behaved. But
but he isn't.
It doesn't really feel like Calvin and Tycho go on much of a journey together. Calvin has a very fleshed out emotional progress arc thing, but I don't know. I'd have liked to see a bit more. I'd like to see a bit more dog.
I think my main thing is I don't understand why Calvin wants to earn $3,000 by entering a dog show when he is a world-class skateboarder. And could win a lot more money in skateboarding competitions and endorsements, and join the Bones Brigade and etc.
This is when was this? 2005. This one.
Yeah,
good time to be a pro skater.
Just the licensing alone from being put as a character in a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game.
Yeah,
he could buy every issue of Gotham Man ever.
Yeah,
just do that, Calvin.
Just do that, Calvin. Come on. Okay. I feel like I should have more to say on this, but there isn't anything. So that's that.
That's it. Yeah, it's fine.
Can I read you an email, Andy?
Please do.
This email comes via Melody. Listeners, if you want to get in touch with the podcast and let us know your thoughts on anything that we've discussed, you can do so by emailing mumcan'tcookpod@gmail.com. Melody writes, Rip girls, I grew up on the coast of California and was 9 years old when this movie came out. Being a young female surfer, I was so excited for a movie that I could hopefully relate to. Even now, I can still remember the scenes of Sydney learning how to surf and following a cat to a shed. Other iconic imagery like that.
You can forget such an incredible scenario.
Without looking them up, I can see the caricature-like pictures Kona drew for her. The scene of her waking up in a hammock with a cut on her head and ice pack in hand has been seared into the depths of my brain so deeply, I don't think I will ever forget it. What I have absolutely no recollection of whatsoever, however, is literally anything having to do with a resort potentially taking over the island and the fact that a literal child was the one made responsible for that decision.
Right, so this is one of the main plot
of the film. Now that I am an adult and a paralegal, writes Melody, that last bit is utterly baffling to me. I will grant that contract law in Hawaii likely differs somewhat from contract law in California, but certainly not so much that a contract signed and executed by a 13-year-old would be legally enforceable. Not a single adult in the room should have taken the mere idea of an actual child being responsible for the future of a massive plot of land on a gorgeous island seriously on any level. But I suppose this is a movie for children, so it is exactly the kind of cockamamie BS we're expected to just accept as something that would ever plausibly happen. I see you, Disney, and I'm not buying it.
Damn.
Thanks very much. Melody signs off hot dogging it all over the place.
All right. Well, yeah.
Thank you, Melody.
Okay.
Excellent insight.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that all of that is nonsense and would never have happened. Yeah. That's good to know.
It's one of my favourite genres of email, which is combining nostalgia for the films with like the sort of cold reality of like actual experience of being a grown-up. Like, I love when people write in and their jobs are something adjacent to what happens in the DCOM, and they can be like, no.
Yeah, actually, this isn't how this works at all.
Well, look, I mean, yeah. Are you involved in dogs?
Get in touch.
Get in touch if you're involved in dogs.
Do you know about
dog? Yeah. Do you know about don't email us about dog testing. I'm not opening any emails with the subject line sweet beanbag.
Yeah, not to the Mum Can't Cook address, but Luke's personal email. lwestaway at testiclemail.com.
That's not my email address, and it's not fair on a potential other Luke Westaway.
At testiclemail.com.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
They'll be loving it.
Okay, Andy. Before I ask you what DCOM we're going to do next, I think it's only fair that we tell people about the new Patreon tiers that we've recently launched.
Absolutely. So if you want to go over to patreon.com/extra helpings, you can find our regular Patreon tier where you get bonus episodes of the show where we are recapping So Weird, the Disney Channel original TV series, which is X-Files, but for kids and also stupid. But we have 2 new Patreon tiers as well, where you can join Luke and I for a monthly watch-along of a classic decom. We just had our first one. We watched Brink, and it was amazing. Had a really good time hanging out with everyone in the chat, watching Brink, enjoying the vibes. And we also have a tier where you can get a shout-out at the end of the episode. That will be coming up soon, so keep your ears open for that. patreon.com/extra helpings if you want to check out any of those new tiers. Or the classic one, also good.
Thank you very much, Andy. That was brilliantly concise. What decom shall we do next, do you think?
Okay, Luke, the next decom that we're going to watch is 2003's The Cheetah Girls.
Ooh, okay.
Would you like to hear the description?
Well, boy, would I.
The Cheetah Girls sing and dance their way towards that elusive record deal. That's it. That's all you get.
All right, then.
You know, the Cheetah Girls.
Okay.
They're singing and dancing their way.
The Cheetah Girls. Are the Cheetah Girls, like, is it a sort of Disney Channel music act that I...
It's a musical starring Raven.
Right.
You know Raven.
Okay. But, like, the Cheetah...
Formerly
Were the Cheetah
Raven
Girls,
Simone.
like, a pop group? Is this, like, a movie based on the pop group, the Cheetah Girls, or something? Were the Cheetah Girls a thing outside of this
I think
film?
they released some music, probably. I don't know. We'll find out when we watch, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose we will.
Luke, I can confidently say that by the time we record this episode, we will know way more than we need to.
Oh my
about the
God,
Cheetah
you're
Girls.
right. Why am I even worrying about this?
Why are you asking this now? In a week's time, you'll be one of the world's foremost authorities.
Yeah, I'm
on
about
Cheetah
to know
Girls.
more about the Cheetah Girls than Raven Simone,
than Raven Simone herself.
Adrian, Balin Horton, Keely Williams, or Sabrina Bryan, the members of the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, look forward to that next time. The Cheetah Girls coming your way soon. None of them appear to be cheetahs; they all appear to be humans.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that will be explained in the film.
Explained with an apology.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. Remember, you can check out bonesforbowser.com or Mom Can't Cook store if you prefer for cool Mom Can't Cook merch. If you want to get a t-shirt with dolphins on it that says, "Why did they give up their hands?" That's the place to do it.
It's so good. I mean, I know it's like our own merch, and so obviously I would say that, but like, it's so good. Why'd they give up?
I was wearing it around on Friday.
Yeah.
And I was getting some envious looks from my fellow commuters.
Yeah. I bet.
That's great.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Andy.
This whole episode, Luke, it's really reminded me of Gotham Man issue 783.
Oh, when Gotham Man has to outro his podcast.
Yeah,
the Gotham cast.
But he hasn't really prepared anything to do it, and and the nameless one, who's co-hosting the podcast with him, is sort of trying to lead him into some entertaining improv.
Yes, but Gotham Man won't have it, will he?
No, he won't have it. He won't sort of. Yeah,
he refuses.
He's not
to
really
take
yes-anding it.
Yeah.
He's sort of more like no, but instead.
No. That's
no, but instead my thing.
Yeah, that.
And then and then a dragon comes out.
Yeah, Batman kills it.
But luckily, Batman.
A dragon appears for one frame before Batman.
Yeah,
swings in and slices its head off.
Yeah, and then Gotham Man gets back to his job at JP Morgan. He's just a guy. Hey, Luke, I just got back from the lawyers.
Great.
Bad news, I'm
afraid.
afraid.
Oh, no.
Well, you know our new property development that we've got going on?
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, we were going to build that new luxury resort here in London.
Yeah, the Mum Can't Cook resort.
And suites. At London.
Yeah, Cool and Sweets, we were going to call it.
Yeah, we were going to allow people to sort of harpoon tortoises in the head.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It was going to be a really good
The
time.
head's the best place to harpoon them. The harpoons bounce right off the shelf.
According to the lawyers, a few people have lodged complaints.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, I've just got a list here.
All right.
So I can kind of run through.
Oh, troublemakers, eh? All right.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like class action thing, so there's a few groups. So, So first off, there's some people who are concerned with the fact that every morning we flamethrower 100 gorillas to death.
Okay, right.
And that is Adam Steele, Alan St. George, Andrew Noble, Andy, and Andy Meany.
Okay, well,
they all said that they didn't think that was necessary.
That's outrageous. What else we got here? Okay, the following people have taken issue with your dolphin suit, your 3-piece suit made of dolphin skin.
What? I look good.
You have to tell me, Andy. Tell it to Angel B, Ash, BC, Brandon Plesh, Business Corgi. I mean, come on, folks. This is fashion.
Okay, well, I've got a signed sort of letter of complaint here.
Yeah.
About the curse that we said we'd put on the area, so that everyone here would be cursed for 1,000 generations.
Yeah.
So Clint, Hannah Lopez, Clue is Best Boy, Cole Mastro, Courtney Rail, and Crescencia Che. They've all said that they object to being cursed for 1,000
They're
generations.
all signatories on
is,
this anti-curse thing.
Yeah, and I think it's just a little short-sighted.
Get a life,
I mean, when you look at the
people.
long-term benefits of being cursed.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stop being so short-term.
And what are they
my
again?
advice.
You know what? There's no time. I'm sure there are plenty. Look at this. Look at these. There's Danny, Cap, Danny, Bowyer, Driftst, E.T. and Elizabeth. And these people are all really annoyed with the annual ceremony that we've decided to do.
Well, what's wrong with the ceremony?
I don't think there's anything wrong with the ceremony.
The nudity? Surely not the nudity.
I think they can't possibly have a problem with the nudity.
Well, no, of course
Or
not.
else they would have said something sooner when I was rehearsing out on the beach, out on the beachfront. And by beachfront, I mean the River Thames, because this is in London, right?
And no one did say anything.
No one said any.
As far as I
no
heard.
one said any. I mean, they gasped, but they didn't say like words. Someone fainted, but they weren't words.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you need words, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah.
The following people are fine with it and have actually pre-purchased accommodation in the resort.
Okay.
But they're objecting to the clause where we get to move in whenever we want and just sort of live there and eat all their food.
Okay.
So that's Ethan Lappin, Ethan Pearson, Greenfly, Hannah Kirchner, and Hef are saying, could we not do that?
More troublemakers. And here we go. Look, hang on. I've just had another email in. You know that thing where we were salting the earth so that nothing.
Yeah, so nothing.
Yeah, so that nothing would ever grow.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that's not good enough for Jack Fabian, Hypermole, Jackie, Jambo Number 5, and Jamie Langford. I mean, come on, people. It's just a little bit of salt. If a crop can't take a little bit of salt, look, you put salt on the crops after you've cooked them.
Mm-hmm.
All we're doing is speeding up the process.
Yeah, we're getting the seasoning in first.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So, you know, our idea to install a sort of haunted pumpkin man as the mayor.
Yes.
Of the development.
Yes.
Development.
I remember
man.
it very well.
Yeah. That's met with what I would describe as some opposition from Jonathan Villa, Julian Rundlet, Cara Dennison, Christoph and Lofty.
Okay.
They say they'd rather not have their mayor be a haunted pumpkin man who sort of flies around on a flaming chariot at night.
Okay. Some specific swimming pool objections here. The following people who signed this don't like the way that the swimming pool opens up in half to reveal our escape ship. They've expressed concerns about falling into the hole when it opens.
Sure, and also what it means that we've got an escape ship.
Yes. Why do we have an escape ship is a question.
Why do we even have an escape ship?
Lola,
when we've said it's safe
Ma H,
and the radiation levels are actually
Matt
safe.
S, Michael McCowker, and Michael Olson, who actually writes here, why is it lead-lined if it's safe? Yeah, it's a good question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is just bloody typical.
Yeah.
This next group of signatures that I have are people who are demanding a haunted pumpkin mayor.
Oh,
so
God.
I mean,
you can't
couldn't
please everyone,
make it up,
can
could
you?
you?
Yeah.
You couldn't make it up. I agree with all of the haunted pumpkin mayor's policies, say Mike Kavanagh, Moist Drippings, Nerdazoid, Paul Stevens, and Philip Stevens. They're like, please get him in as soon as possible. The others like, don't have a haunted pumpkin mayor. Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't even with these people.
Can't. Yeah, I know. We've got not everyone's happy with the breakfast buffet.
What?
The following people aren't happy that we're doing only continental breakfast. Quinn is Teething Red, Rai Madiba, Robin Jane, and Rory James. Pretty unhappy about that. One of them's just written in all capitals, hash browns. No can do. It'll be cold meats. Sorry.
Well, so the next group of signatures I have here is from folks who are demanding an intercontinental breakfast, which is where the food is launched between continents.
Intercontinental ballistic breakfast.
That's, Rue Kyler, Ruby Tuesday, Sakari Montonen, Sarah Mattix, and Shane Entei. They're demanding that, and they're saying they won't move in unless it's guaranteed.
Intercontinental ballistic breakfast is a good band name.
It is, and that's why I think it's short-sighted of them.
Definitely. Nothing compared to the trouble raised by Smashed Savannah Burger Boys and Girl, The Monk, Tim Craven, Who Needs to Sleep, Will Thomas, and Z-Man, who are all from the sanitation department, and they've seen what we're doing in the kitchens, Andy, I'm afraid. They've seen what's in the big bags of flour.
Oh.
Yeah, and they don't like it, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, they should take it as a warning.
Yeah, well, I think they did. I mean, when they saw it, they made the sign of the cross, and they sort of backed out of the kitchen. Some of them were praying. Some of them were just clutching their heads as if their minds were exploding.
Okay, well, it looks like we've got a lot to go through with the lawyers before we can get the Mum Can't Cook casino and suites at the London.
Yeah,
off the ground.
At the London. At the city of London. Okay, work to do.
Back to the drawing board.
All right.
Okay, I guess we're going to have to address all of these people's concerns.
Yeah.
Guess we're pushing back opening
give
date.
me the name of your dolphin tailor.
Well, not going to matter now, is it?
Why did he take up the hands?
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.